What is going on, everybody? Tonight, we welcome Chris from Drunk Phillies Fans to join us tonight. We're going to talk heavy Phillies tonight on the show. We have a special guest. We're not telling Chris who it is.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Sean.
he's here tonight, but he might not come back.
Makes sense.
Sean, Gary, Ryan, Chris, Corner Putt Sports coming at you live.
Oh, and Mike, too.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
It's time for the best podcasts around. Grab a cold one, sit back, and enjoy the show. This is Corner Pub Sports.
This is Lenny Dykstra Nail coming at you. Listen to Corner Pub Sports.
You fat bitch! You fat bitch! Corner Pub Sports.
Bubbling my shit.
There it is.
Yo, everybody. Welcome to the show. We got a full house tonight. Fullest house we've had in a long time on this show.
Yeah.
Fullest house we had in a long time.
Absolutely.
Chris, welcome, my brother.
Thank you. Glad
Chris
to be
from
here.
Drunk Phillies Fans joins us here tonight.
Our show is like a 20-year-old from Langhorne. Sometimes it's just tough to fill it.
Like, where do you get this shit?
Jesus.
Like, how long you been holding on to that one? Seriously, how long you thought about that when we first got here, didn't you?
Did you like it?
Yeah, but you did. You've been holding on to that one like 2-3 hours.
Did you like it?
Yeah,
A little
that's
bit.
funny.
Okay. Then shut the fuck up. Go with the flow.
So welcome, brother.
Thank you.
We completely dropped the ball because we wanted to open the show with us trying his beer, and
We all got a full beer.
Yeah.
We'll do it
All
on
right,
the
so
next
we'll
one.
do it. Yeah, after this next one.
Yo, we should play Yo Philly tonight.
Oh, no.
We could do your Phillies.
We
now.
should play Yo Philly tonight.
All right. So, I mean, he's got 2 recliners. I guess you're next to the one I'm sleeping in.
So, obviously, if you're downloading the show on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, you name it. What's that one? I forget it, Gary.
Yeah, what's it called,
What's
Gary?
it called?
It rhymes with Scratchel.
Oh, Snatchel?
Spatchel?
Spatchel.
Latchel?
Satchel, baby.
Satchel. We thank you guys so much, and of course, if you're tuning in live, we thank it so much. So, cheers, man! Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. This is all. Look at the glasses, guys. He brought his fucking glass. Look at that.
For being here.
Yeah.
Nice for being here.
Respect that shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice for being here, Chris.
So, before we get today, we're gonna talk. I mean, this is gonna be a heavy baseball show. It's not like there's a lot else going on right now in Philly sports. So,
Even that's not exciting.
no, not right. I mean, well, they won last night. You know, they split a series with the Braves.
Because, I mean,
So,
no.
real quick. No. Going
do you
in the
mean?
last
No,
week,
no. What, your opinion's more than I was going to say?
going in the last weekend,
Yeah. Shit.
A little of the wire there.
All right.
Love that.
going in the last weekend,
I
like,
don't get to say what I was going to say because you cut me off.
all
like
right, let me get to it, bro, please.
To be fair.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
To be fair.
Why, you going to challenge me?
No, what were you going to say?
Aaron Nola pitched a gem last night.
He really did. He really did.
Yes, he did.
Aaron Noel's actually been better than, like, given credit for this year.
But it's
Bring
not.
him out,
Well,
bring him
that's
out, yeah.
because it's
Leads
not,
the league in Ks.
Bring him out. Bring him out.
Leads
Yeah.
the league. in
it's not
Ks.
mid-August.
Oh yeah, that's when he shits his pants.
Yeah, you see?
That's kind of true.
See?
Yeah, it's
It's true.
September shit the pants
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
All right, so going into last weekend, I seen a thing. I sent it through the thread. So in their last 200 games, they were 100 and 100. In their last 60 games, they were 30 and 30. In their last 30 games, they were 15 and 15. So they go 2-2 with the Braves. That May was such a huge month this season for them. Huge month because of the way they started out in April. You were gonna
Right,
you were
right,
gonna
right.
find out what they were about in the month of May. They're
Right.
gonna finish 500.
Bryce Harper with an injured elbow
I
gets
don't
on
even-
fire.
How is
I don't know if they
it?
finished 500?
How is a guy with a fucking pulled ligament in his elbow your best hitter?
No, I think I brought you guys one.
Oh, you didn't bring yourself one?
I don't know. How many did I
Sean,
bring?
There might be an
We could
extra
split.
one.
Sean,
Yeah, I
I mean,
thought
yeah,
there might have been
I
five in there.
leave it in the fridge. I still got a whole one.
I got
All
it.
I'll
I'm not
drink it after this.
All right, I'm not drinking it right now. Just put it in front of you.
I mean, there's
But
there's
put it in the
16
fridge.
ounces. We can
All
just
right.
kind of we can figure out a way to split it.
No, I think I brought 5.
Wait, is that?
Yeah, put that one in the fridge, bro. I want to keep it cold.
All right. So
No.
go ahead, continue. You're
So,
fine.
so they're a mediocre 500 team.
If that, I keep saying I don't know if they finished 500 right now.
But what I'm saying is over the last
Over the last
3-4 years, this is who they are.
yes,
This
it
is exactly who they are.
But
Nothing's changed.
yes, the name changed. The
People stay
everything-
the same.
Everything else stays the same.
You know what I
Except
like
for-
about high school?
Except for the taxes.
Every year I get older. the
Except for
girls
the
stay
taxes.
same.
All right.
The
Yes,
taxes.
they do.
The only thing that has changed with the Phillies is the taxes.
Yep.
Because now they're a public luxury tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. They're just paying more. So what do you think, Chris?
I mean, you know what? Phillies
Phillies.
and Philadelphia has a loser fucking mentality right now because you know what? Hey, we made the playoffs. That's bullshit. Like that's not. I don't know. Is that what you want?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah,
fucking
That's a
nonsense.
huge debate on this show.
It's fucking nonsense. That's loser mentality.
Yeah, like
bullshit.
shut the fuck up, you fucking man bun wearing cocksucker. No, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
But who's wearing a man bun?
Who's wearing a man bun?
Sean
who-
Rodriguez.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
fine.
that's
yeah,
actually-
That
that's
fucking
actually-
asshole.
See?
So
Right,
see, he knew what he meant.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Right, because there's 50,000 other followers
It's
that got a
true.
man bun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Garrett's
Am
a
I
good point.
wrong?
It's a good
No,
point.
You're right. It's the pussification of America,
Right.
and
Especially in Philadelphia.
participation trophies and nonsense.
Yeah.
I want to win. I don't want to
Thanks.
just make the playoffs. I
Mhm.
want to win.
Right.
See,
and
you know
if
what?
you're the umpire, don't give me the call. Okay, don't give me the call because the next batter that comes up, I'm giving him a black fucking eye. How you like that?
What?
Yeah,
Passion.
right.
You know what?
Like
How
throw the
about-
ball. Hey, sit him in his face.
How about Hoskins smashing up the trash can the other day? Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
respected that.
You know what? That was good to see.
I respected.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
it was-
there was a fucking pulse there, other than Harper. Like a
Mhm.
pulse.
And his
Smash up a fucking trash can.
Because you're
And
not
his-
getting it from
Oh, yeah,
Girardi.
Hoskins, yeah.
and his
Yeah.
and Chris's like take on that.
Oh, actually, you know
and
what? I
we
wanna
may
bring up
go in a
something
different
about that.
direction, but Chris's like your take on that is
What,
exactly
Hoskins?
like the passion. I want to win. Like I'm not satisfied with just making the playoffs and stuff
But
like
if you're
that.
the
That's
Phillies, for
exactly
Christ-
the way I feel about the Sixers.
But if you're the Phillies, for Christ's sake, making the playoffs would be a monumental
It
leap.
actually would at this point.
After 13 years, I mean, Christ, I'd
Well-
be doing cartwheels if they made the fucking
Bryce
playoffs.
Harper's talent is being wasted on this team.
Well, before
I don't know about wasted, but the guys, he's going to solidify a Hall of Fame career and win nothing.
before we really get into the Phillies, guys, because I wanted to start off the show.
Right. And he's saying, that's all right, guys. I'm signing this check.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, though, we because the listeners don't, who might not be familiar with Drunk Phil's fans and the page and whatnot, I want them to become familiar with
Yeah,
Chris
absolutely.
and the brand he started. So, if you don't mind, we got all show. We're going to talk Phillies all night tonight. I mean, because really, there's nothing else, right?
Let's
So,
get it.
and we're gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna have a good time, and we have a surprise for everybody. So we're gonna get to that in a little bit.
A
So,
Hey,
surprise.
Chris,
Surprise.
You do not just go
yeah.
Phillies,
Oh,
right?
Chris, you
go
didn't know
all-
we do this show pantless usually. So that's the
A surprise.
The second
I was
hour,
looking left and looking right, and like,
I
shit,
like
what
yo,
did I do
yo.
the
wrong?
second hour, it gets weird.
Like
dude.
like Chris, it's a surprise. As I hand him a jar of petroleum jelly.
yeah.
And I,
Fucking right in the pussy.
Chris, I just like before you even get into
It's
it,
a
I just want to make sure that
surprise.
you know, or
Oh,
just
he
ask the
knows.
question. Are you like a 4-for-4 Phils guy, or Phillies, or is it just Phillies? Is it mainly baseball? Do you talk all sports?
No.
No, we found that out.
Yeah, so
No.
no, and I'm a 4 for
Uh-oh.
5 guy, and I really like
4
have
for
a problem
5?
with
Because
4
the
for
union. He's
4.
calling it the union.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a
but-
union.
Okay.
So it's a 3.
That's
for,
not a major sport, though.
Yo, Mike.
4 for
Mike,
5. Oh,
sit
wait.
down,
Guys would
Mike.
love it. You come out,
Oh,
you
wait,
get
you're
ripped
4?
up.
You're 4 for 5.
4
that
for
means
5.
that you're,
That means one of the
but it's-
Philly
and
teams
it's-
I'm not.
and I'm
Right, but
guessing
we'll
Seattle
it's the Eagles.
Seahawks.
But we'll get
You
that.
are
We'll
right.
get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
But
You are right.
seriously, soccer's not.
I really like
That's not a
soccer.
that's
It's
not
a
a
great
major
sport.
sport. That's not a major sport.
But it's a Philly sports team.
It
So he's
is.
a 4 for 5 guy.
But
What,
it is,
all right, hold on, Garrett, hold on.
it is a major
What's-
sport.
What? No, it's not.
The Wings.
What-
So I'm a.
what's the Union's record?
I don't know.
What's the Union's record?
They're playing right now.
Right.
Why you
Garrett,
don't-
what's the Union's record?
why you don't like the Union?
Garrett, what's the Union's
He
record?
asked you a question.
Well,
Answer the
you-
fucking question.
What's wrong with the Union?
Garrett, what's the Union's
Answer the
record?
question.
I don't know.
I have no idea either.
So, here's
what's
one.
wrong with the Union?
Who's the
Nobody
only
cares.
Philadelphia team that's in
You
first
do
place
care.
this year?
You get a
The
better.
only one
you
that
get a
has
better.
ever been in first place this
The
year.
Union, yeah.
Yeah, that,
So
Yeah,
you
but
know,
even with the Union,
Now,
you
the
get,
Phillies
No,
are
I
1-0,
have no-
so
yo,
they
you get
were
a
first
top
place
wage. Your benefits are
Perfect.
awesome. Your PTO.
I
No.
have honestly I don't follow soccer.
Yeah.
But I have no like that sounds like that seems like a good time down there. Like they have great time down at those games. I have nothing to say about. Like I don't follow lacrosse. I went to one Wings game. I had a blast. Right, so
Oh, the
it
Wings
was
games are
fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
So,
like-
I don't care. Like whatever, it doesn't bother me.
right. Like I'm
You're
not.
shitting. Why are you shitting on it?
I don't know.
All right,
You
so
gotta
Chris,
shit
So let
somewhere.
Chris, so let Chris.
Everybody
Told you,
poop-
Chris.
So Chris,
Everybody
told
poops,
you.
Sean. You
Chris
gotta
is not
shit
an Eagles
somewhere.
fan. He's not an Eagles fan.
Right. Yeah. I heard.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Jim Zorn, Steve Largent. You can't hate them for that.
that's it. I don't hate the Eagles.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
a
I mean,
Seahawks fan.
Jim Zorn,
And,
Steve
and
Largent.
it's Seattle. Like it's
Yeah.
the
I
other
mean,
side
I
of the
can't.
fucking.
Yeah. I can't really
It's not
hate
the
someone who's like-
Cowboys.
No,
Yeah,
if it was
I mean,
Cowboys,
It's not
you
a
know.
huge rival. I mean, it's a minor rival of the Eagles, but
So
I mean,
what?
the Eagles have never beaten them in the playoffs.
No, they have not.
So that's like it. Recently, it's
Yeah.
become a rival, right?
yeah.
Isn't that
Little
where,
bit.
Wait, how
isn't
many
that where
times have they
Coke
played in the
Cobain
playoffs?
was?
Four, I
times?
think.
Yeah.
What was
Ain't that
it?
where
Four?
he's
has
from?
it really? They put
I
him
think
4
it's
times.
four
Kirk
times.
Cobain.
Yeah.
He's
Shit.
from Seattle.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain.
How many
Yeah.
times
Yeah.
against Wilson?
Well,
Twice.
Twice.
Well, he was just like Carson Wentz leaving a game headless the last time they played in the playoffs.
Well, we could
somebody's
Maybe
brains
we
got
could-
a splatter.
we can start talking about like the Seahawks at some point towards the end of the show because
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
kind of
we
want
can
to
do
hear your.
But
you know,
yeah.
what
So
your thoughts are on
drunk Phil's fan. By the
Go
way,
ahead.
the Phillies are down 5-0 now, and it's the third. It's the third inning.
At least our pitcher has nice hair.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad that Joe
beautiful hair.
Girardi, gave everyone else a day off in the biggest
We can't
series of
talk.
the year. But so Chris, Drunk Phil's fans started in 2010
Yes.
as a blog.
Yes.
Tell the people, basically what happened because this thing's blown up over the last. I'm gonna say over the last 2-3 years is when I really started noticing it, where friends of mine are sharing your posts, and I'm like, damn, look at that, that's awesome, and because I knew you because we followed each other on Facebook and
Yep.
Instagram. I mainly Instagram. I knew who you were,
But there's been a few times where you yo guys check out this post.
and I'm like, yeah, I know the guy,
about
yeah.
the Phillies,
So yeah, tell your story, man.
So like it started off like I wanted to write, that's like kind of like a side passion. So we did started off as a blog, and we did memorable or less than memorable past seasons that weren't like 93 or 80 or 83. It was like kind of like 96. Like name 5
Yeah,
guys from 96.
Tyler Green,
Yeah,
Desi Relaford?
John Zuber,
Was
Desi
Yeah,
Relaford.
he was on that team, right?
Hold on,
Greg Jeffries.
Hold on,
Greg Jeffries
hold on,
was on that team, wasn't he?
was Marlon Bird on that team? I don't know.
No,
But
that's too early.
Lieberthal was.
Yeah,
Robert
the most overrated
Robert-
catcher
Robert
ever,
Person.
probably.
no 96.
He's
Robert
not
Person.
overrated.
He
was solid.
Dude, he's not even asking us. I'm just
Yo, Lieberthal was a
Greg
solid-
fucking
Lieberthal.
Jeffries was on that team.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
That
he was.
Rico Bronya,
Rico
Benito Santiago.
Yo,
I loved Benito
Yeah.
Santiago.
the first PlayStation comes out. All these guys you talking about.
Ricky, as a PlayStation used to call him, Ricky Badalico was your closer. But anyway, go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
Was that the Kevin Stocker? Was that
That was after it was Kevin
Yeah.
Sefcik
yeah,
at that point.
Yeah, Kevin Sepsic.
Dude, that-
So then
yeah,
we
dude,
did,
it's bad.
like a series on
John fucking Zuber.
unknown Phillies or like forgotten Phillies, like Ron Jones and Steve Jeltz and Steve
Jones.
Fireovids and
Steve
Porfirio
Jeltz.
Altamirano.
Yeah.
And what kind of like took off from there was like either they or family like commented on the blog like, hey, this is like a comprehensive biography of them. Like, this dude's a great dude. Here's what they're doing now. So, like, you know, that's kind of like what started it. And then eventually, like, 2010 was like, I was on Facebook personally, but like we started a group, and like I don't think there was pages then.
No, you
So,
might be,
like,
you might have been right. Yeah.
Yeah. So like we started that, and you know, I was a 17 game season ticket holder, so we'd like have like tailgates and stuff, and you know, tailgates kind of took off. People would like, you know, we had 1,000 fans or something at the time, and people would come out and like just want to booze together, have fun.
Who wants to do that?
Right.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
This is,
Cheers. Cheers.
it kind
cheers,
of reminds me of this. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you remember when you were kids and with the Phillies Franks, you got a ticket at the end?
Yeah,
of
it was $3.
Yeah, in the box. Yeah, in the box
Yeah.
of fucking hot dogs, you got to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all slimy and shit. It
Yeah.
was all
So
slimy.
what, man? You're sitting at a Phillies game.
Yeah.
No, it's
I
awesome.
went to numerous Philly games with Phillies Frank tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They you hot dog loving motherfucker.
You know,
Sit up in the 700 level, throw
yeah.
rope down, and just like
straight
bring up
the
the
fuck
beer.
up. At the
Yeah, we
vet.
used to go to the fireworks games and sit up to 700, throw peanuts at everybody when the fireworks were going off. You see,
Right, as you're drinking your Bush Light.
wow, I was 12, but yeah.
Bush Light.
I'm sorry, Chris. Continue.
Sorry, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
basically.
it's like it's just gonna be the longest story of your life.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Mike. That's just a memory I shared. That's all.
And then eventually, like, we
Somebody's
moved to a
got hot
page.
dogs.
So, like, you know, we moved from the group to a page within Facebook. And, you know, how I always wanted to do it was just like we are here, like a bunch of dudes sitting at the corner bar in Philly, kind of like talking
Oh,
about
I
the
didn't
state
tell
of
you,
the Phillies.
I'm not a dude.
Not a dude.
No.
No,
Hey, Charlie, you fat fuck! Stop eating them fucking wings. I told you 3 weeks ago.
Actually, that was a perfect name. All right, inside story, but that's okay. Continue. I'm sorry.
what the
That's a corner
fuck?
bar in Philly.
Dude, this is the 6th time he's heard I'm sorry, continue. And like he's gotten about 30 words in.
He's been
Polsky
trying-
said 3 hours later.
Like
Yeah.
he's been trying. Yeah, we're gonna
Hey,
get free.
Charlie, put down the melted cheese. Pass it this way, you fuck.
Dude, we're gonna get uninvited to next roast beef.
We're gonna be like 3.5 hours in. Chris is still gonna be finishing his story.
That's why I was like, I was like, how does this go 2.5 hours? And I was like, now I fucking
Now you
understand.
know.
Now I
Now you
understand.
know. We're
Chris can't get a
idiots.
fucking word in.
All right.
We're idiots.
You Charlie, you chip bag. Pass down a cigar. Give me a light.
Right there, Ruby, right there. Don't stop. Don't stop. Oh, yeah, the stop.
See that, Charlie? I killed her and I'm coming for you. Let him get the cigar. Give me a light, you Charlie, you fuck.
Stop fucking around, cunt.
Stop fucking around, cunt.
All right. Hey, Chris.
God damn it, Charlie, it stinks.
This was like 10 minutes ago. I forget where the fuck I was. So it moved to a page. Eventually, I brought in some friends. So, like,
Okay.
some close friends.
God damn it.
That would, you know, I thought had passion for the Phils. And, you know, they did. And eventually, like, you know, I couldn't do it all myself. So, like, one of the guys I brought in, Chris, he, like, didn't want to do it at first. He's like, I don't know. I don't have a lot of time. Chris is the fucking champion of Drunk Phils fans. Like, this dude's doing all the memes, like, just absolutely killing it. Like, every game, you know, it's like we're kind of like teaming up. So it's like probably 3 or 4 of us that are like the ones that are always consistently posting.
Yeah, God damn it, Chris. Can you just cooperate?
Yeah.
Help me out a little bit here, Chris.
And then, you know, eventually, like, I kind of, you know, in terms of like, remember Stern would bring his wife Beth into
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Like, and like that's what I do. I'll like bring my wife into it. So like you were talking earlier, when we were having some drinks outside, like viral things, and like there was one time where I was like, you know, my wife wants me to do some work, and she's like, you know, do this, do that. So I was like, all right, cool. And she's like,
Honey-do list.
yeah, exactly. So I was like, hey, bring me a screwdriver. And this is the moment that I knew she was the one.
What a fucking orange juice.
So, like,
Did she bring you a fucking orange juice?
She said, do you want Phillips, straight head, or vodka?
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
I
I'd
was
have
like-
married her on the spot too, dude.
Yeah, I was like,
Did you just answer yes?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, bring it.
All three.
Yes.
All three.
Yeah, see?
And you stood there, and she's like,
Fuck you! I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
you're like,
That's it.
okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like she looks like a
great.
good girl, man. She looks like she has fun and like just enjoys life and enjoys like your company. And
Yeah.
she looks like a very happy person, man. It's
Not
awesome.
not a miserable fuck like my brother next to you.
I was wondering about that. Like, why is he so miserable?
He's
I'm not a
Why are you
miserable
so
fuck.
angry?
I'm good.
yeah, Chris, just give him a hug. Just give him
You
a
want a
hug.
hug?
wanna
Chris?
Hey, give me
You
a
want a
hug.
hug?
Oh, that's sweet.
I love you.
I never said that so
You're right.
fast.
Hey,
You know what?
hey, hugs
We're
are
all
great.
friends here.
Hugs are great.
Breaking news: the Lakers have hired their new head coach, Darvin Ham. Will be their new head coach. So
Oh,
Darvin
Who the fuck is
Ham.
that
yeah,
guy?
Darvin Ham. So who the fuck? So you don't have to worry about our coach leaving.
Shit.
No,
Yeah.
Shit.
Who's Darvin Ham? What?
your dick
I don't know.
pussy all covered in shit.
I don't know who he is. I'm not sure. Anyway, so yes.
That had to be. It's probably
That's
so.
fantastic. Though.
Probably someone sucking LeBron's dick.
cream of some young
Yeah.
guy.
That's what.
Right.
It's somebody trying
It's
to get.
cream of some young guy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's somebody that's.
You ever suck some dick for marijuana?
No, but maybe trying to get a
Well,
ring.
who hasn't?
We had this conversation.
Wait.
We had a-
Wait.
You weren't here last week.
You
No.
suck dick for marijuana?
No, we had this conversation 2 weeks ago. We're
I
not
ain't
getting into this again.
Brian, I ain't telling you nothing.
Now
We
I
did
understand why you're sitting over there.
He don't
you
suck
do.
dick
I
for
got it.
marijuana.
We had a
I'm always
conversation.
there.
Would you do it
Yeah.
for $1 million? And
Uh,
all of us-
absolutely.
all of us said yes, but Mike's like, absolutely not. Like,
I
$1 million.
I would completely suck a cock for $1 million.
No more mortgage for 30 years.
Yo, I'm sucking him dry.
I
He-
think-
Yeah,
Yo, he's
Brian-
not going to be able to
Brian, would you
walk
do
the
it for
next
$10?
day.
no,
All right. Well, I mean, we're just negotiating at this point.
no,
right?
no. It's not because you give me $1 million, I'll suck your dick.
Oh.
But not for 10.
Mike, no,
Because I mean, it's like you're a
Hold
whore.
up,
We're just
Mike.
trying to figure out.
It's
Not
a
$1 million
now.
bucks.
No.
$1 million bucks.
no, you're not a whore. It's $1 million.
Yeah, exactly.
It's $1 million.
I'll swallow a load for $1 million bucks.
Right, Mike. And if you say you're not sucking
Ra-
dick for $1
radio
million,
radio sports
you're a
on
fucking
Facebook
liar.
said I.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
it gets lonely down here in the studio, so I can get it. Like,
See?
it gets a little
Right,
lonely.
see?
You know, you can.
Yeah.
Right? See, he's a stranger.
No,
to the
there's
show.
there's no emotional.
No,
Well, I
he's a
got-
stranger, and he said he'll suck.
You said you didn't want to
But-
get into
but
No, I didn't
there's
say
no-
that. I was like, you know, like if someone
All
wants.
right. Chris
That-
has a story to
There
tell.
is no emotional contact with it. There's none of that.
There's no eye contact.
No, I don't care. You want eye contact, I'll give you eye contact.
you
but
just-
there's no
That
it's
makes
a-
it weird.
It's about the money.
It's got to be 1.2
It's
for
about
that.
the money, dude.
Well, wait a minute. You're swallowing 0.35 children.
I don't
per
care.
million- right.
I
Yeah.
don't care.
Good
No
luck.
one said
I don't
anything-
care.
No one said anything about Solomon.
Yeah, there's no bonus, Gary. You're not getting another 10% because you swallow.
No, well, if you're
It's $1 million because you just sucked
You're
it.
not getting the juice, or
Well,
maybe
well,
you
wait a
are.
minute. if you're sucking a cock, you got to make the best of it, man. You got to do everything you
I
can.
mean, is this part of the show? Is there a glory hole
Yeah,
behind that?
that-
You
no.
know, that curtain
No.
back there? I mean,
Yo, if you're going to half-ass it, don't even bother.
that's it.
You got to go all in.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're sucking that shaft all the way down to the testicles.
So, Chris, your Drunk Phil fan page came to be when you. We're actually the last thing. This is a horrible segue. Your wife asked you that miraculous question, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And you answered.
Yep.
Yes.
And
What was the question?
Screwdriver.
Yeah,
Oh,
with screwdrivers.
right.
You know,
But she answered it right.
Hold on. Dave Peterson said Ryan said it gets weird in the second hour. I lost an hour in some place.
God damn it. Yeah, it's your turn tonight, Ryan.
you know, and
Yeah.
then things kind of not just after that, you know, there were some viral posts, whether it was me or like some of the other people, Chris, but then like things kind of took off. So we were like sitting at like 10,000 and then all of a sudden it was 15 and then 20.
Mhm.
Well, tonight you might lose 8,000 followers.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah,
I
you
mean,
know,
it's worth it. You know, it's worth
just
it.
saying, yo. You know,
You ask people to tune in, they're like,
Dude,
we want to hear your
trust me,
story. And like,
if anyone follows Drunk Phil's fans on Facebook, Twitter,
Don't
Instagram,
understand our show.
oh, absolutely. So it's basically the best. So the memes are amazing. The memes like crack me
Chris
up.
kills it.
That's what killed me.
Yeah,
Like that's what got
Chris
me
kills
right.
it.
But the play-by-play during the games, like what the fuck is this asshole looking at? But the dude, the shit that comes out, like
Yo. So how many times have you been on this show and somebody said something and you just like, God damn it, how did he say that?
yes, and they do that all the time.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
do that all the time. There's constantly things. There, go ahead, just continue. I'm gonna read something from last night.
you're
It's the passion of the moment. You know what I mean? Like you're watching it and you're like, motherfucking, fucking, fucking, sucking fuck.
Right. So you get to the point where you're like, God damn it, how did he say that? But he's right.
Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah. Yep.
And you're sitting back after 4 or 5 shots, a few 7 IPAs, and you're like, okay, well maybe he is right.
Yeah.
See?
Yep.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
What? Oh shit! I didn't
Yeah,
go on yet.
Yeah,
we
Ryan.
cracked open the beers.
Yo, you're Ryan. That's a flavor where you're like, ooh,
So
let me take another sip. Of
I'm
that.
not a fan of sours.
Okay.
All right.
And this is a tart. And I looked at it and I wasn't sure. I'm not going to say that I love it.
But you
I
can't say you
it's-
hate it.
Yeah, I don't hate it. And this is the first sour that I can say that I don't hate. And it's drinkable. It's
You know why?
got
Mike?
an interesting
You know
So-
why,
mix.
Mike?
so-
Because with this
Kind of good.
this crowd we got here and this slew here, we don't do sours. When's the last time we had a sour?
No, I mean, I don't like sours. I won't drink
No,
them.
no, I'm not.
But, and I
But
didn't
I'm-
even know this was a sour. But when
That's what I'm saying, Mike.
yeah.
But we got a guest here. We got to respect
Right,
what he's
yeah.
done.
No, I want real
Yeah, and
opinions.
look, I will.
Sour ain't your stuff.
So
I
here,
get that.
so here's
Yeah.
one. Kyle Schwarber's nickname should be the Grand Wizard because it's always KKK. That is like, so that's the stuff you can find on Drunk
Yeah.
Phil's fan. How do people find your stuff?
Damn it. So
How do you compete with KKK, bro?
I would say it's.
I was dying. I'm like, dude, that's so wrong. But I see what he did.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
We weren't sure to post that. Like usually we'll run certain like things by the wives because like they'll have like at least like a moral compass. I would say.
Right,
Or you'll post.
We didn't run that one by her.
Yeah,
We
no,
didn't
because
run
they
that
want to
one
want
by
to.
her.
They
And when
want to
they
want
saw it,
to.
they're like,
Yo, you got to worry about their opinion and their concern,
Yeah.
or you ain't getting none.
All right. So I got to stop. So
Or you get a nice couch. Like
yes.
you'll always get a
See,
comfortable
right.
couch.
I told Chris we had a surprise for him. We
What?
have a 2008 World Series champion about to chime in here.
Yes, sir.
You'll love it.
That's awesome.
We have Mr. Scott Air joining us here on the show. Scott Air!
What's up, fellas? How you doing?
"Hello."
Good, brother. How you doing, man?
Not bad. So are we talking about a sour beer here?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so this perfect segue. So
Yo,
Okay.
did you hear me? He was like,
so
I know. I thought the same thing. It's actually not as bad as most of the sours that I've had.
so Chris
Okay.
so Chris here, raise your hand, Chris. Right there.
Okay.
So Chris just released his own beer with Rotunda Brewing Company, which is right near. Is it in Hershey?
Hershey.
Right near Hershey.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in Hershey.
Yeah.
Hershey,
Okay.
Hershey, PA, and it's called Jam the Batter, and it's a sweet tart. I haven't opened it yet.
Jam
and
the
he
batter
actually
sounds
has-
fun.
And Scott, you
Yeah.
may actually really appreciate this. Somewhere there's an Easter egg in the label, and I'm trying to find. You're not gonna be able to see it,
Ah.
stop
but it says.
Sean, stop molesting that can.
Yeah, but I'm trying to.
You're molesting it.
He's trying to get 3 wishes.
Yeah, it's
on the bird. Rub the bird. Just rub the bird a little bit.
Yeah, I wish you could have another championship. How's that?
Ooh.
It says
You
F.
need 55 wishes.
It
for
says
that.
FAH. And what does that mean, Chris?
Fuck Angel Hernandez.
Hernandez.
So I think Scott.
Fat ass hoe.
That'll work too. That'll work too.
So Scott might be able to test it. I'm
Oh.
sure Scott has had some, maybe some. run
I don't
into?
remember any specific interactions, but man, I'm allowed to say it nowadays. He's just awful. I mean, on the bases, behind the dish, he's just awful. And I don't understand how
cutting grass.
I don't even know because you would have no straight lines all over the place.
So how does he keep his job?
Scott,
I don't
somebody's
know.
got to be the jerk off.
Oh man, wow. Yeah.
Let's get my face a little farther away. Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know how he still has a job. He's got to have some kind of pictures, but Mark Polsky, what up, yo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Scott, man, the last time we had you on, we always have a blast with you. I think this is our fourth time with you. I think.
Yeah, third or fourth at least.
Yeah, something like that. And
one time I couldn't figure it out because I'm not technologically
I
advanced.
thought I was going to bring out the last time. I think you were like, yeah, so and you're walking around and everything. But dude, how's life, man? How's everything going?
It's good. I don't know if I've talked to you guys since I moved to North Carolina. Did I?
No.
What part of the
you're on East Coast? I'm like, hey, East Coast time. Do you want to say 45?
We're at Columbus, North Carolina now. It's right on the border. We're about 45 minutes south of Asheville and about 30 minutes north of Spartanburg.
Scott, that's great stuff. I know.
It's beautiful up here, man. Oh,
I spent 10 years in Asheville, North Carolina.
Okay. It's only about 40 minutes north. It's not bad. We're just south, right at the foothills of the mountains. A lot different than Florida. I found me a coaching gig here at a high school. Let me represent Landrum High School.
Hey Scott, I was there. I was there about 6 years on my 6th year, man. And on the news, they're coming up. Oh, there's a black bear, so and so. It was a half a mile from where I lived. And
I guess there's a family, little black bear, or maybe I'm not sure, black or brown bear, but I think they're right in the downtown Tryon area, which is not a big area. I mean, it's one street. But that's why we moved here, because everything's nice and small and compact, and people here are friendly. I'm still getting used to the boys in the high school calling me sir all the time.
Oh, wow.
Hey, little bastard, I work for a living.
It's so funny. Sometimes you'll be talking to them and you'll say something like, hey, so I want you to stay back over the rubber just a little longer. And I'm not finished saying anything. But as soon as I stop it longer, they throw in a yes, sir. And then I'm like, okay, well, I wasn't finished, but and then I want you to they throw in as many yes sir. It's just polite and it's kind, and they're wonderful kids to work with. So I'm lucky.
Stop calling me yes sir. I'm going to kick you in the balls.
I told one kid, I said, stop calling me sir. You can call me sir at the end of practice until I just coach Scott. I'm good.
So Scott, do they know who you are?
Yeah, they did. I started here last year. I was an intern, and we had a really good team last year. We started off 27-0, and then lost 2 straight, and we were done. But we had a really good bunch of kids last year, a bunch of seniors, a bunch of kids that you almost didn't have to coach, just remind them once in a while about certain things. And then this year we had, when we started our first varsity game, we had one kid who was an 8th grade catcher last year, who caught varsity all year last year as an 8th grader, with any varsity experience. Now we had another kid who pitched an inning in like spring preseason. I always say spring training, but preseason. But that was it. So this year we had no varsity experience besides a catcher, and he's a daggum freshman this year. So we ended up 14-11. We lost our last 4. So it's a good year. A lot of learning, a lot of fun, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of yelling, a lot of why did you throw that pitch? And that's not what I called. But kids will learn, and they're just fun to be around, man.
That's a great story. I mean, with my daughter, man, like other night, we're doing this, we're doing that, and she's like, I said, who cares what the umpire called? You got to adjust to what he's saying. No, he's calling strikes at my ankles. Okay, so you got to adjust to that. Adjust your swing. No, I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah,
she's hard.
So Chris, I got to tell you, I'm not a big fan of sweets or sours.
Yep.
This is a good beer.
All
Good
right.
beer. That's a nice color, right? That's thick.
Yeah, that does look like a nice sour beer.
It's got a lot of fruit. I can taste that. Yeah, it's good.
So on that
you
first
see,
first sip, you're like,
it does.
It's very tasty.
Really like a sweethart. It really is like.
Someone will have to send me some.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be. Yeah, we'll work it out.
Well, as long as you pay for shipping and handling.
That's I can do that. I can do that. Or you could just bring some. You could just come down to fantasy camp and bring some next year for us. You can
Scott,
come
were
play
you
in
there?
fantasy camp.
Were you there this year?
At fantasy camp? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. So I turned 40 in August last year.
Nice.
And, when I was 35, my wife's like, "Hey, 40 years. What do you want to? When you turn 40, what do you want to do?" And I was like, "Fantasy camp."
Wait, you didn't come this last year, did you?
No.
Oh, okay. God.
And that's the problem.
You should come next year then.
Yeah,
Come play for me and Coasty.
I haven't swung in a fastball. I can't tell you. I played softball for.
They're only 60 miles an hour. You're fine.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about that.
The
Not
coach
even that.
effect here, right?
Huh?
Right. The coach
He's
effect
talking about
here.
me. I had a bad experience with a coach when I was a kid.
Yeah.
He used
Well,
to touch
yeah.
my leg.
There-
Measure
yo,
your inseam and
no. There's a space behind the shed for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
where
Showing
they
his
check for
softball,
cups. Cup
showing
check.
his little league coach.
Oh man.
Secretly, he loves it.
Scott knows what we're into.
Oh boy.
So you see,
I'm gonna have to come sit in bar one time and do this. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Talk
That would
about
be fun.
tears in heaven.
Yeah.
So you see,
Come here,
you
puppy.
See, you see Dave Peterson's thing down there.
You got dog over
Hey
there?
Scott, come pitch for us again.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Dave, I don't think you want me to throw right now. I
yeah.
think I could hit about 70, 75 maybe.
that'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'll do.
actually. Can you hit your spots?
That I
still
can
hit-
do, yeah.
Then
I think I've gotten better at hitting my spots as I've gotten older.
yeah, then
Well,
when you're younger,
Scott,
you just,
I have a question.
yeah,
for
when you're
you.
younger, it's a
just
lot
wanna-
easier.
no, when you're younger, you just want to hit it and break away clean.
Yeah.
Now you're getting older, you got to focus on where you're throwing.
I don't think he's talking about pitching anymore, Scott.
No, I don't think he is either.
No.
But either way, am I wrong, Scott?
No. You're right. You're right.
You get past 45, you gotta worry about it.
Well, I'll be 50 on Monday.
You gotta be careful where you're shooting, man.
Yeah.
No,
Gary,
wait a
shut
minute.
the fuck up and let Chris answer the question.
That's a Chris.
Yeah, Chris, what do you got?
No, he said I'll be 50 on Monday.
Yeah, I'll be 50 on Monday.
I
man.
turned 50 in March on the 21st of March.
Good.
Nice.
You.
Hey,
All right, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah,
He
so
can
Scott,
relate
like
to what I'm
one of the
saying.
questions I had for you is like when you were pitching, was there a steadfast rule of like you could not pitch X games in a row, or would you just take the ball?
Oh
because,
no, I just said I'm good.
yeah, like would
I think I've often told the high school kids, they'll ask me, did you ever do this? I know I never made an all-star team, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But I did lead the league in appearances one year, and I told the kids, they're like, wait, what? I'm like, it's pretty cool. I said, we play 162 games, and the kid's like, yeah. And I go, well, I pitched in 86 of them. And the kids are like, wait, what? Huh? What?
right,
No
right,
way.
right, Scott. On this panel, Scott, you're an all-star to us, bro.
Thank you.
No, and it's
Thank
the
you.
truth, man. Like, first of all, you have my heart because you're, left-handed, and and there was only, it was only, enough of that, you.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother. We are, what are we like 30%, 20% of the world?
Not even 30%. I don't believe
not even
anymore.
And there's, how many?
Only people in our right mind.
Yo, for 2,500, I'll put a knife in his fucking gut. You know what I'm saying?
No, but so what? You're gonna kill your own brother?
No, I'm saying.
Lefties, only people in our right mind.
He's expecting him to heal.
Yeah, I'll
So-
take 2,500 and I'm gone.
So there's only a few of you on a team. It was that year. It was what, you, JC Romero?
Me, JC.
That was it.
Well, and then in the rotation you had Cole, and in 09 it was Jay Happ. He was there for a while, and then he came to the
But in
bullpen.
bullpen, it was
Yo,
just you. and
Hap with 2 A's.
Yep,
right, but
Don't forget
but it was
the 2
just
A's.
but it was just you
Hap.
and it was just you and JC
just me and JC.
in the bullpen.
Hap.
Yeah, so that's why I mean,
Yeah,
you were a specialist, man, and that's why you got so many innings. And
I think that year I was more of a, hey, let's trade for this guy from Chicago. He's not getting to pitch. I mean, I had some success in the past, obviously, but in 08 with Pinella on the as a manager, I started 06, 07. I started off awful. Oh God. And never could get out of his doghouse. 08 started. I started on the disabled list when my elbow was bothering me. And when I got up there, I went like 12 or 13 or 14 scoreless to start the season, then give a couple runs here and there, a couple runs there, and never got the pitch. Just kind of got like was a lost, forgotten guy. And when I got traded to Philly, I think it was more of a Philly and Pat Gillick taking a chance on me, saying, "Hey, if he does anything good, it'll spell and give JC a rest." I honestly don't. I think I pitched very well in 08, and I think I helped JC tremendously and the rest of the bullpen because we were strong as can be going into the playoffs. And as Lidge had actually told me before, a lot of that was me, and then there was another, I forget, Condry picking up a bunch of innings in just games that were off. And I pitched I think I pitched 2 or 3 days in a row in New York, and got a good friend Carlos Delgado out a couple of times. Unless he wasn't there anymore, I don't remember times. Things run together. But I know I got a couple good outs against New York and a couple outs against the Braves in the series, and and then JC got to come in the 8th inning and set it up for Lidge. And I'd like to look back and think that I did a good job there, and I'm never one to just say, yeah, I was great. I just was happy to be where I was, and shit, I was excited to get out of Chicago. Not that I dislike Chicago at all, man. I was happy about my signing there, and I just didn't pitch very well, and I've always felt bad about that.
Yeah,
I mean, hold on.
Fuck them Braves.
Yeah.
Fuck the Braves. Fuck them Braves.
So by the way, I just mentioned Kyle Kendrick. I said,
"Oh God."
Scott mentioned you and thought you were left-handed at first, and he's like, "Wow, Scott."
I love Kyle. Come on, man. No, I meant Cole. Kyle. I think I've had one or two of these.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 or 4.
So you were.
Yeah, see, that's an easy name to forget.
You were one of the ones.
Kyle's awesome.
Yeah, yes, he is. Kyle's a great dude.
You were one of the ones that actually had a change of scenery that worked out for us.
Yes.
We're the city that like every player that has a change of scenery ends up like killing it whenever he like leaves. So you're one of the few that we got that had a change of scenery for us that returned, and it's always refreshing to have a situation.
I don't know what it was. It happened to me twice because that happened to me in Toronto when I was with the Blue Jays in 02, and I was kind of struggling toward a little bit at the end there, and I got claimed on waivers by the Giants and traded out to San Francisco and pitched very well for a couple, in the 02 the playoff run and then the postseason for them. So I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the Rob Nen speech where he gave me the no joke, by the way. Rob Nen gave me the old Hoosier speech. It's still 60 feet 6 inches. Because I think I got up for game 1 or game 2 in the playoffs, and I was like, oh.
Yo, Gene.
He basically said to me on the mound, yeah. I mean, I got old Rob Nen, veteran, 300 saves, fastest ever, blah, 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 telling me, it's still 60 feet 6 inches. You're good, kiddo. And I'm like, all right. I went in and got Adam Kennedy out in the World Series. I'm like, oh, shit.
That's great stuff.
We got a bar full of shooters here, and not Gene Hackman. We're all like
Gene Hackman.
Scott, how often do you wear your ring, and when do you?
Mostly when I come back to Philly for anything. I take it down to Phillies fantasy camp, which I do every year in January.
Every time my balls itch, I'm wearing it.
No, you know what? If I go out to I went out to visit family in Salt Lake City, some of my family will be like, hey, make sure you bring your ring, or my friends will be like, hey, bring your ring. I've taken it to the high school a couple times and showed the kids.
Good old
the
Utah.
last 2 years.
Yeah.
Utah, baby. Go the
hey, Johnny, give me 2.
So
Utah, give me 2.
so Kyle, I told Kyle, I said, and he goes, I said, he met Cole. He goes, unreal, Scotty. Know your teammates. I said, he said he loves you, man. He goes, good. Tell him I love him too. He's the best.
He's a good kid, man. I wish Brett Myers wouldn't mess with him so much.
But, you're talking about that trade rumor?
Just all the time. Brett was so hard on Kyle, and I really think not to be a dick, but I truly think it affected Kyle a little bit because the kid had some he has some really good stuff, and just finally I don't know if he ever thinks he thought he fully put it together, because when he did, it was nasty stuff, man.
No,
and Brett is Brett.
yeah.
Brett is Brett, yeah. That's
Yeah,
why I said, if he was a little less harsh on the guy, I know Kyle just hated being. Maybe he didn't. Maybe I took it wrong, but I always thought like Kyle was like, oh God, Brett's here.
Yeah,
But Brett is Brett. Brett is Brett. We all love Brett. So
yeah, but
Like
here's
this
the thing.
guy.
Like, I
What
look,
the fuck?
I look at Brett Myers and we talk to Brett often, and
oh yeah.
I look at Brett as my uncle. Like my uncle's what used to be.
Yeah.
What used to be the same way. My uncle used to be the same way. And the crazy thing is Brett and I are basically the same age, but he's still like the same type of person. And same deal. I love him, but Jesus Christ, will you leave? I got a job to do.
Yeah.
Like I can totally 100% see all that.
Well, wait a
He
minute.
would take over your show in a heartbeat if he was on it. Just take
yeah.
over. Like
He
you're
does.
out. Move. You're out.
Oh yeah, he's like, hey, tell that guy to shut the fuck up. I'll talk. We're like,
Yeah. Like,
I got a memorable story about Brett.
Oh
Yo,
God.
Eagles are playing against the Minnesota Vikings, and the Eagles end up winning.
we're sitting in this basement.
yeah, we're here. Yeah,
Eagles end up winning the fucking game. Brett's on the phone.
he FaceTimed me.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yo, the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's right. He said, "Good night, you cocksuckers." Hung up.
Yeah, he was mad because the Jaguars lost that same day.
Lost the same day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's nuts. I have an umpire that moved here and was coaching or umpiring a game at Landrum High School where I'm at. And he says something about, he says, oh, I introduced myself to him and I'm like, hey, I'm Scott, blah, blah. I just moved up here from Florida. I'm not, we're in Florida. I'm like, I was thinking he had an accent. So I'm thinking he's from this area. He's like, oh, I just moved up here in February from Jacksonville.
Oh no.
We start talking. I'm like, oh, okay. And he goes, oh, I did a lot of travel ball there, some high school. He goes, man, you run into a couple big league guys up there. And the first name out of his mouth is Brett Myers. And I looked at him. I looked at the umpire and I'm like, yeah, I know Brett. He goes, wait, you know Brett Myers? I go, I've seen him naked.
Yeah. I was pretty much in his. Yeah.
I told the umpire that I was like, I've showered with him. He's like, what? I go, well, I played with him. And he's like, oh, wait. And he thought about my name for a second. Then he had to go cover. I think we had a kid get a base hit, and he had to go to second base. The 2-man crew.
Yeah.
And the next thing he comes back. Well, the next thing he comes back, and he's on his phone at first base. He goes, wait, oh, yeah, you were on the team. I'm like, yeah, I think I was lying to you?
Yo, this guy's seen Brett Myers' cock. Put his player, his player gets to second base.
What are you drinking, Scott? What do you got on? What do you got on tap tonight?
It's a little whiskey and some Pepsi with a little splash of lemon.
Nice.
All right.
So Brett Myers, he brought out this country album called Kegerator, and it was
Kegerator.
It was an epiphany to me because, the wife's counting my fucking empties and the recycling, and Brett was like, you get a keg, it's only one glass. She can't do it anymore.
She has no idea.
Brett's a fucking genius.
Oh,
How many have you had?
I've heard a few of the songs.
6.
Yeah.
6. Where's the empty cans?
Well, we asked him like every question. We asked you. We asked, what's your favorite beverage or what's your favorite beer? An open one.
An open one.
Yeah. His is an open one. I don't know. I'd have to say I like Coors Light, but
yeah, that's
I'm kind of plain like that,
Yeah, it's all right.
Scott,
I like whiskey, bourbon.
Who was your idol? Were you thinking you're going to be a pitcher? And that's part one. And part two is I know Rob Nen, you said it was someone who kind of taught you some knowledge about the game. Who was maybe a left-hander that maybe you were able to understand a little bit more, who kind of connected with you to
Plesac.
have you eat? Dan
Plesac, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dan Plesac
Did
changed
you
my
play
career.
with, Bob File?
Yeah, I did. Yo, I love Bob.
Bob's awesome.
So
Bob is awesome. What a great kid. Oh,
Bob.
man. Oh, did you really?
Yeah, Bob and I went to Textile together.
Oh, did you really?
Textile.
Oh, my God. No way.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Dude, I
together.
when Bob was with Toronto in spring
I was there at the same time.
Oh, shit.
I thought you
Oh,
were.
I was there when he made the team out of spring, and so did I. Or not.
Nobody knows. It's fucking.
I got traded there in 01.
Yeah, he was 01, where he rookie. I think he was third in rookie of the year.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah,
He pitched 70 some games, 90 innings.
Yep.
Dirty sinker.
And it was so
Yeah.
funny because like he was a
So
third
dirty,
baseman.
it stunk.
Yeah.
Like when I
Oh,
played,
I heard he always talked about how he would ask him and he'd be like,
542.
I could hit. He was
Yeah,
a pretty good hitter.
Division II, 1995. He was the #1 hitter, hit 542.
Damn.
So like Bob will not let you forget 5.
Oh no, I follow him on Twitter all the time.
Yeah,
like,
well,
and he
and we-
always does crush it. You know, like,
Yeah, well,
Crush it. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
why is he up at 4:30?
It's he does
dude,
he-
4:30 is like rise and shine. Have a great day. I'm like, fuck you, Bob.
I'm getting up to take a
Bob's
piss,
so
and I'm like, why is
technically
Bob on
savvy.
Twitter already?
I
Yeah.
think he's like writing some type of code that like does it each morning. He like grabs it from something and he's like, you know,
He's
like
at the gym.
he
Yeah.
could be too. Yeah.
Well, so it's him and Jeff Fry, and they go back and forth a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've had Jeff on our show before too, and
She
great.
gone.
Yeah, great. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He's dude. He's like completely killing that one teacher dude. Like
Yeah,
I
he's
love
like
it.
he's like that juice
Teacher
guy.
man. Yeah.
What's that dude? The khaki shorts.
He talks about how he was watching at home one time, watching Barry Bonds, and he slow mode the TV or something, and saw how he did this weird something, whatever. Or, I don't know. He's also supposedly like Aaron Judge's hitting coach or something like that. But I don't know. It's weird stuff.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like it's all he takes like a broomstick, and he's like, it ain't about. He's like, it's about this.
Throwing
It's about the
knob
launch.
at-
It's about the launch angle, and you got to do this.
Where'd
and
he put the broomstick?
And he goes to do it. He almost falls over because he's a
Oh,
fast
he's
Gary.
he's
So
I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Gary
Jeff Frito, man. I got a good one for you guys. Larry Shank just posted Poor American. Andrew Baggerly or something said about in San Francisco. Gabe Kapler told reporters in Cincinnati that he doesn't plan on coming out for the national anthem and that this will be his plan going forward until I feel better about the direction of our country.
Well, when's the last time the country's been in a good direction? Honestly,
I don't know.
right?
1700.
Yeah. So like, I see what I understand. It's about the school shoot. We're gonna get to that later on the show tonight. But I get it.
Just come
I
out
don't
and
know if I
support your country.
disagree with him, man.
Yeah, you don't. No.
Well, I mean, I get making a bit of a stand, but how long do you want to keep it up though? I mean, what's
going to change for you to be able to say, okay, that's enough, I'm good,
Like-
and then come out?
yeah, I mean, like what's
There's always gonna be something.
like is there going to be like Scott?
We're
like,
human beings. No one's perfect, man.
But, I mean,
There's always gonna be something.
Yeah, I mean, there's when was the last time that there was something that made you feel like good and proud
Porn.
and, like,
Last night.
all right, but I mean, like as an American, like the 4th of July or
Chinese porn last night.
Oh God.
Bukkake.
Oh,
Oh.
man, like,
Scott's
I think you have to say Asian,
does that
not
mean
Chinese.
no, I'm more along the lines of like you live here, you accept it,
What are you gonna
accept it
do?
for what it is.
It's
I mean,
but you can't accept it. There's a difference.
so I accept sending my son to school, and
right.
no, I mean
and-
it's not that.
and it might happen.
It's not
I
that.
accept that.
I mean, isn't
I-
Gabe and
Are you gonna
corporate
stop
right
sending
now
them, though?
virtue signalers? Like,
Mhm.
aren't
Yeah.
they someone who just like, oh, we'll get behind this?
Yeah.
And, you know, like,
Whatever looks the best to everybody
yeah,
else.
that's it. And like Gabe's very.
You should just do it like I do.
Look.
Just don't watch the news.
That's it. That's what I don't, Scott. I don't do it either. You know.
Yeah.
But
We used to watch the Today Show, and I love Al Roker. Got a man crush on Al Roker, but I can't even watch the Today
It's gonna rain
Show.
tomorrow.
See what's happening. Your neck of the woods, baby.
Yeah.
But like, it's every story is about death and shooting, and God, I don't even want to watch it. So I just turn on, Friends or some stupid.
we know
Oh yeah, I get my
skit show,
news honestly.
2008 World
I
Series.
get my news from Facebook.
2008
I'm
World
not gonna
Series.
lie.
Actually, hold on. Do you
Or-
guys? I have to ask. Do you guys watch Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yes, I love that
I-
show
So-
with a passion.
I stopped watching it a while back.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I've watched it. I haven't.
I love
I
it.
know I finished the first season. I just haven't gotten around to I've.
It's
caught
better
bits
when
and pieces.
DeVito gets
yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Two
So
or
my
three.
my youngest son Jacob is 21 and just finished his junior year at Purdue, and I go up there for to help him unpack or move him into his apartment, whatever. And they're always watching it. They come home and we put it on TV and we just watch it here. And holy crap, it's funny.
Yeah.
And I think he's seen it at least twice all the way through. And he's telling me about all this. I got to watch this. I got to watch that. So I just wonder if you guys actually there watch it, because I know it came out. It started. They're still making new episodes, but
Yeah.
I never watched it when I was playing, when it was being filmed there. I think it was maybe a little right at my time or a little after me, but some of the stuff on it is freaking hilarious.
Did you see the episode where he was gonna have a catch with Chase Utley?
Yes, and that's what my kid and I just went and played disc golf today, and we were talking about that. And he's like, oh, do you remember the? I said, you guys showed me that one, yeah, where we just want to have a catch with Chase Utley. Oh my god,
Dear Chase, I think you and I.
I think you and I will be friends.
Yeah, we'll be friends.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Like,
I just was wondering if you guys watch something like that. So
I love that show.
What was the tweet where he said he asked somebody if he wanted to have a catch, and then they agreed to it, and they immediately took it to say, "Hey, you want to get in on this too?" It was like Bryce Harper and somebody.
It was Bryce Harper, yeah, because he's obviously, Rob McElhenney is, huge now, and
oh yeah,
so they go.
I want to play catch with Bryce.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just they had fun and they were going back and forth and stuff. It's awesome, man. I love that show.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
much.
I've caught probably like 30 episodes. They're all great. I just haven't like gotten into watching. It's all
Not the whole thing, not binge watch it yet.
Yeah.
Here you go, Scott. Here's a good one. Speaking of catching, who was your favorite dude? It doesn't matter. Who was your favorite catcher?
Man, that's a loaded question because I had some pretty good ones.
Great ones. You had some great ones.
How about this? So my first big league catcher was Tony Pena.
Wow.
And then later on in 1998,
Did you ever shake him off? Did you ever shake Tony off?
No. No. I shook him off one time and I swear to God, he gave me the middle finger the next pitch. Just gave me the here. He called fastball. I shook him off and he put down this. I'm like, yeah, I'll throw a fastball now. I also had he caught perennial MVPs in Charlie O'Brien. And then I got to San Francisco and I had what they call him, La Culebra, the snake, Benito Santiago.
Yeah.
I had Mike Matheny for arguably my best year was 2005, and that was with Mike Matheny making me throw fastball after fastball in, and I never did that. I was like, in my mind, I wanted to pitch like Tom. That's sweet beer looking thing. Haunted Forever.
Jesus.
He just broke my fridge next to me.
Oh boy.
Fireball's
All right,
coming out.
anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Fireball's coming out. Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ, there's beer all over the place. He dumped.
So I mean, if I had to pick a favorite catcher,
yes. So
it's
that's
hard
tough
to say.
Tony,
I mean, if I had to pick a favorite, though, it's you're gonna laugh. My favorite was probably AJ Przinsky.
Okay. With the
I
Giants.
had him in San Francisco. Yeah, with San Francisco in
Yeah.
04, just for the 1 year. I think it was 04. Just for the 1 year, and for some, he had a reputation of not being the greatest, but man, he was awesome to me. We're good. I thought we were good friends, and he called a great game for me, and we talked about stuff, and we just kind of clicked that year, and I had a good year, and I talked to him in a while now, but he was like a good friend, and again, I trusted everything he thought, but like as far as the best catcher I ever had, I mean, good Lord, I don't know if it gets a whole lot better than Tony Pena.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the first pitch he ever called for me was in Anaheim, my first start in 97. And I'm staring at him, and he's like, it's the first pitch of the game. And he's like, he puts his hands up, and he's like, let's go, throw the ball. He didn't give me a sign. He's like, what else are you going to throw first pitch of your big league career but a fastball? Let's go, throw it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so I throw it, and the next pitch, then he gets down, and then he starts calling signs. I'm like, okay, now he's going to call a sign. I don't even know what we're doing right here.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome, man. Yeah, I like Przinsky though. Like back then I was playing fantasy baseball. I had Przinsky on a couple teams. Like
he was I think he got a bad rep as a whatever. I know a couple guys that I played with didn't like him much, but I thought he was awesome. And he was, man. We talked about why we did things and why we didn't do certain things to certain batters at the end of the game, and we got it a little in depth, and I thought I learned a lot from him. So
was there a catch? Was there? You know what? That's a bad question.
And I do love Chooch, by the way. So I don't mean to.
Oh no! I was gonna say, was there ever a player that you said, Jesus Christ, I never seen this guy again. I never want to see this guy again. And is it someone we would know?
Like as a teammate?
Yeah.
I
And
don't-
that's a rough question to ask. But
No. If I actually had one, I'd tell you. I don't think there's. I'd like to think I was pretty easy going.
We asked Landon Dykstra, and obviously it's Ron Darling because he hates Ron Darling with a passion for multiple reasons. And he has
Landon who?
No, when we asked Lenny Dykstra that question.
Oh, Lenny Dykstra.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't like Ron Darling. Okay.
Yeah, he immediately he was like, "Fuck Ron Darling."
I don't know if there's any teammates I played with that I didn't get along with, or like because I know people say I played with Barry Bonds for 3.5 years, and he was good to me. He was good to me
And Jeff
as a
Kent?
teammate. He was good to my kids in the clubhouse because in San Francisco the kids were in the clubhouse, and he was good to my kids. So I couldn't say he was that, or I played with Jeff Kent, and people were like, "Oh, Jeff's grumpy," but he was fine. I never really. I don't think I ever had any teammate where I was like, I could do without him. And I guess I'll say it flat out. I said the only one I really could not care less about, because that's wrong as a human being, but if I never really had to play with Armando Benitez, that would have been nice.
Okay.
Because she's just kind of I don't know. He was a very good pitcher. He pitched well for us in San Francisco until he blew out his hamstring or whatever. But he was just a loud, kind of annoying teammate, I guess.
Okay.
But he wasn't a dick. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't my cup of tea, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not like he was. I guess I was lucky enough to truly not play with anybody that I would say, oh, he's a douchebag or anything like that. It just wasn't Armando wasn't my cup of tea. But he was good for us that year.
Doesn't Scott look like you still pitch? He looks great, man.
Definitely.
Looks fucking great.
Yeah, you got
high school kids have made this entire thing white.
You never lost the goatee either. You kept the goatee the whole time.
Actually, it's funny. You guys I just trimmed this off the other day, so this is the lowest it's been, so you can see my fat.
You still you never did you ever shave it off?
At the end of the season every year. Last day,
really?
the day after we lost in 09. The day after we lost in 09, I went back in with Durbin and Condrey and Coast and a couple other guys to pack up our lockers after we got back from New York. And I walked in the clubhouse and Clay goes, "Who the hell are you?" Because I'd shaved it clean off in the shower that night. It's something I did for my wife. My wife hates it. She's in bed scaring me. So
she doesn't like the goatee at all.
Right around here, just a little bit, yeah. But when it gets thick and hairy, not really.
Oh, okay.
But I usually look Amish, I guess.
You tell her the same.
How can you not like tell her the same?
I do actually. It's been 26 years together, so I can say that stuff. Was there Chuck can't talk.
Who hates thick and hairy?
Gary's back.
Was there ever I know Chris has a question too, but was there ever a hitter, and we might have asked you this before, but Chris hasn't been on the show, and anyone hasn't been on the show when you've been on before. I am going to ask the story of you early again, because I love this fucking story. But before we get to that, was there ever a hitter that you're like, no, fuck this guy, I don't like this guy?
I guess if you look up statistically, Nomar Garciaparra was 9 for 14.
Oh, geez.
Oh, wow.
With 3 home runs, a couple doubles.
Yeah.
Another one was Manny Ramirez, I believe, was 4 for 4. This is my high school kids in Florida, by the way. Mike Madigan telling me this one day. He's like, "Coach, did you know? That Manny Ramirez was 4 for 4 with 2 homers and 2 doubles off you?"
I didn't. Fuck you.
I said, no, I didn't know that.
Guess what? You're not playing tonight.
Yeah, Mike, you're on the bench.
Yeah. I don't care what that says, you cocksucker.
I have a good one. I have a good one. So Todd Helton.
Oh, well,
we're in Colorado, and Doobie's going over our pitching report, and he says something about Helton, and I went, oh God. I hadn't given up that many hits, a couple hits here and there. I did all right against him, but he had never swung and missed in 17 at bats or some shit like that. Never swung and missed. He fouled balls off, but I never got him to swing and miss. Yeah, in Colorado.
Yeah, this is Colorado.
Or anywhere I faced him, actually. anywhere
Yeah,
I faced him. He had never swung and missed the ball.
Todd
He always
Helton
fouled
is
it
a
off or hit
400
it.
hitter.
Hit a
Yeah.
Well,
double
wait a
double.
minute.
Or,
Wait a minute. I'm Scott Air. Come on up here. I'll show you what I got. Are you
he
putting
scared the
it
crap out of me.
Yeah.
Was
So, wait,
I'm trying to remember. Was
So
it,
what, Scott?
Hold on.
Fuck him. Are you
Hold on.
putting in play or am I striking you out? How
And
you
was
like
I thought he
that?
didn't swing and miss.
So what?
and wasn't Helton a left-hander too?
Yeah.
yeah, he was left-handed. So it was like,
Yeah,
and
so,
he
damn.
raked off lefties. The guy's a Hall of Famer. I
Yeah.
don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we're in
yeah.
Colorado, and I go in to face someone before him. I get my batter out, and then Helton's up. Well, I threw a first pitch slider, and he took it. I don't know if it was I can't remember if it was a ball or a strike. I don't remember. Probably
That's
a ball.
Right.
But the next pitch was a
Take
fastball,
one.
and he swung and missed.
Yeah.
And I turned around to the bullpen, and I went like this. Because we were talking about, I said, boys, I went into the game going, boys, I feel it. I'm going to get him to miss. He might get a hit, but I'm going to get him to miss.
Yeah.
That's
So he
awesome.
swung and missed the first pitch, that first pitch. So I guess the first pitch had to be a ball.
Yeah.
So it's 1-1 because then the next pitch was a fastball down the middle. I missed my spot by a good 7 inches maybe.
Yeah.
And he swung and missed it again. Went right into Chooch or Costy's glove. I don't remember who was catching.
Yeah.
It
Whoever's
don't matter,
glove.
Scott. You were like, yeah, that's right. I
No,
meant
but
to
then
do
he
that.
swung and missed. So then I turned around to the bullpen again, and they're jumping up and down. I think the next pitch was I think he flied out on the next pitch or grounded out or
That's
whatnot. But I got him out.
That's
And
awesome.
all I remember walking about that night is Colorado has an ice cream machine, soft serve like McDonald's.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I went after my inning was I finished. I got him out. Obviously, the inning was over,
Yeah.
and I walked in. We batted. I always stayed in the dugout while we batted, and then I went up after. I was gonna go up and ice my arm and do whatever I needed to do. I walked straight to the ice cream machine and made the biggest cone of ice cream ever because I got
Yeah.
taught out in the swinging mitt. And I
Yeah,
told my
suck
kids,
my ass. I got you out. Suck my ass.
it wasn't even the out. I was more happy I got him to just
That's
miss
so
a
awesome.
gosh damn ball.
He was like a 7-year-old, like, yeah.
Believe it, yes, I was.
That's
And then
awesome,
the next day, I actually I bought a jersey of his,
Yeah.
which
Oh.
I gave to a friend of mine, Jock Jones, for a golf tournament.
Oh yeah.
I sent Jock a jersey couple like last year or 2 years ago for one of his like a tournament for I think it's his fraternity. And he's like, dude, you sent me a Todd Helton jersey. I'm like, yeah, it's a good one. You're good, no worries. But I asked the next day at Todd, I said he's at first base and we're stretching right behind home plate. We're all stretching. He's out at first base, and I kind of waved at him like to get his attention. I think he was like, fuck you. I'm like, no, did you sign I sent you a jersey, he signed, he goes, and he gave me the thumbs up like he sent, and he signed the jersey for me.
Oh, that's cool.
Put it in my locker on. I got a bunch of stuff like that signed by some guys when I
You
was
see what I
playing, but
did? You see what I did tonight? I whipped that ass.
So that's
what
pretty
I
awesome.
did tonight.
So Scott, behind you. So I know the last time we had you on, you were going to show us some stuff, and that the feed was kind of broken up. But I don't know if it was the same exact spot, but that jersey behind you is pretty awesome.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's pretty special. Hold on, let me stand. I'll show you. I got my headphones on. That one is
Cubs.
my brother and I.
Oh,
that's awesome.
man.
That's my brother and I pitched. He pitched for Texas. I guess there.
Oh, man,
That's Willie.
awesome.
So we had the jersey made. The Texas one is obviously his,
Yeah.
and the Cubs one is mine. But the year before this one, we played in the same game against each other, and he was in Minnesota and I was in Chicago. This was 07, and he was in Texas in 07. In 06, he was in Minnesota. So we have a Minnesota Cubs one, but I think we gave that one to my mom. But this one we had 2 jerseys made, one of mine, one of his. So it made 2 full jerseys. So I think
so cool.
I have one and he has one of this. So yeah, that's my little brother.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite one. But then
Hey, Scott, we're sitting here on the pattern, and over there to my right-hand side is my little brother. It's great stuff. We're here.
Yeah, imagine that.
Sean's your little brother.
Ryan's, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I don't have a brother. I might,
Well,
but I
I'll be your
just don't
brother.
know about it.
I got a picture with that dude. That's a good
Oh,
one.
yeah, that's cool.
And then one of my favorites is we're talking about Chase.
Oh, there you go.
Pouring some champagne on Chase. And then that's my boys. I can't.
Yeah.
That's
No,
awesome.
Shadow.
man.
That's
And then
so cool,
that's just
man.
a goofy me. But then let's see, where's the good one? Yeah. Then I got
Oh,
the-
look at that.
That's
how do you get the stupid
ultimate-
there you go. That
The
way.
ultimate
Yeah.
turtle right there.
The blown knee, that's where he blew his knee out.
Yep.
But this is one of my favorite ones.
That's
If
cool.
you look,
You got a
if you
ring.
look at this one.
I don't care.
Huh? Hold on. Can I get the shadow of the way? Can you see what that says?
It says
600th career appearance. So my 600th career appearance, I'm pretty sure I blew my calf out running into the game from the bullpen.
No.
Oh no.
In that game, I got to the mound. There was 2 outs. Some pinch hitter they brought in, Martinez, lefty, and I got to the mound and Charlie's out there and he's, you got to get this guy. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I turn around, look at Jimmy and Chase are standing right there, and Ryan.
My
and,
fucking leg hurts.
and Pedro Feliz is at third base, and I go, and I told them all. I put my glove up, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I just blew my calf out running into the game.
Wait a minute.
So I throw a first pitch fastball for a ball, and then I throw another one, and I jam the crap out of this kid, and he flies out to Feliz at third base. Well, Pedro's running toward the third base dugout, catches the ball, and just runs right in the dugout, and the game's over, or inning's over. I mean, so I'm walking off the mound, and I get to the top step, and Charlie's going to high five me, and I'm like, I don't want to high five. I need help down the stairs. Can't feel my calf.
Charlie, my fucking leg hurts.
My leg
Can you
hurts.
give me some Percocet? My
Oh,
fucking leg hurts.
Oh, it was hilarious. So I threw a pitch about 75 miles an hour because I couldn't push off because I couldn't feel my toes.
Oh no. And what ended up happening? Did you?
I went on the DL.
Oh man.
Right after that, for like 7, I think it was whatever back then, 15 days. Well, I'm sorry, can't call the DL now. It's IL.
You can't.
That's
the injured list.
That's at the lauded list.
You can on this show
because you're in pain. We'll prescribe you some.
I was disabled. I couldn't walk.
Man, that's crazy.
That was pretty funny.
So for Chris here, and then anyone hasn't heard the story, at the very first time we had you on their show, and I don't think you've told the story since the first time you were on with us. You're in Houston. You're in the Cubs bullpen. You're in the outfield. He's already.
Of course, it's straight into Houston.
Yeah. And something.
There was no trash cans out there. It's okay.
There was no trash cans at the time, and he already immediately asked because he knows the story. This is.
It's fucking Houston.
Yeah,
There's trash cans somewhere.
Scott may or may not have a case of ADD like our show does, where we go on a tangent and we forget what we're talking about and whatever. If you don't mind sharing that story where you may or may not have gotten lost and no one knew where you were.
I must have got lost.
It's so funny how it gets blown out of proportion. The story gets. I hear it sometimes. All I did was may or may not have just stuck my head out the scoreboard numbers and started yelling at Carlos Lee.
He said, "Maybe I did, maybe I didn't."
Yeah,
but the best part is that,
But that wasn't in the bullpen. You were in another room.
It's not that far from the bullpen. It's just a 20-foot
left.
walk. I kind of left the bullpen and I left the bullpen for a second, walked to the thing, and was yelling at my old minor league and big league teammate Carlos Lee.
Yeah, it's not a lie if you don't get caught.
Yeah, well, I got caught because they saw my head sticking out the 7th inning of a different game.
Were you?
That has happened to every one of us.
Yeah.
Did you end up? Did you change numbers at any of the scores?
No, I actually got to put a couple in though, because there was a guy short that night. One guy was hungover, I think, or just not there that day, and he says, "Hey, can you put a 0 in the 6th inning of the?" God, I wish I could remember what team it was, but I'm like, "Yep, sure." I grabbed one of the scorecards and I 9-0 on the front. Yeah, I looked at it, slid it in.
No matter what inning it is, there's always somebody trying to get it in.
Always someone trying to get it in. Sometimes it goes in though.
Scott, what did you do the winning night in 08? Like that night after the game?
He doesn't remember.
What did you do?
Right after the last out, striking out Hinsky.
Well,
or
no,
that night.
Yeah, like that night post.
I think the entire team was at, with the exception of maybe a couple players, was at Pat Burrell's house downtown.
Okay.
And from what I heard, they were running out of alcohol before we even before most of us even got there.
He should have called Corner Post Sports. We got him wherever he needed.
No, I think someone said, if I remember, I wish I could. I'll have to ask one time actually and figure it out for real.
Was it?
I think Burrow and someone else, maybe Jenkins. I'm not even sure. Maybe it was Jeff. Someone left with a cop to go to a liquor store and bring home a bunch of stuff. And I don't think they were going to let him go. And then, like, they were like, "Oh, wait, oh yeah, go ahead."
How can you not respect that effort?
Yeah, all I remember is
that's a great effort.
I remember hearing the story.
I never heard.
It was about 4 o'clock. It had to be 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning before my wife drove us all the way back out to Well, I wasn't even in Haddonfield that year. In 09, 08, I was in what the hell? It's right by the Deptford. I was at the Deptford Inn.
Oh.
Right by the Pizzeria Uno or Pizzeria Do in the Deptford Mall.
Yeah,
I stayed in the hotel. I stayed in the hotel right there most of the time that I got traded there. We went back there with my mom, and my mom went home too. My mom actually went home and took the kids to the hotel, and my wife and I went downtown to the party. And I don't remember driving home. I do remember going to breakfast the next morning at like maybe 9 or 10 at 10 or 11. And I wish I could remember what breakfast place it was too, but it was free.
Hey mom, drive it. Hey mom, drive this. I don't want to get the.
No, I think we put her in a cab or something, or she might have driven. My mom didn't know where she was going back then.
But the parade, man, what was that? What was that?
That was the coolest. That was the coolest.
Yeah, like how did they start? Like,
you know what? So the parade that day started with, everybody showing up and them telling us, this and that about the route we're going to take. And I don't think anybody cared what route we were going to take. We were like, let's just go. We want to. My jaw, like right in here, both sides, hurt from smiling all day.
Yeah.
Like 5 straight hours of smiling and people throwing beers to you.
Yeah.
It's cool for me as a parent. My kids were on the float with me. My wife and kids were there. And I was on a float with one of the confetti throwers.
Okay.
So my kids were putting boxes and boxes of confetti into this thing. They were having a blast.
That's awesome.
But then after about 3 hours, they got tired of that and they were on the floor sleeping probably.
Scott, did you ever get to the point where you were like, "Hey man, can you guys shut the fuck up? I got my kids coming here."
Nope. Nope, not that day. There was not in the million plus sea of red of people.
Sea of red.
It was.
Oh, that's all you.
that was nuts.
I got a picture of a cool. I don't know what he was smoking, but he was on top of in one of the parking lots. There was like a light post, and they had a ring around. Like the pole went straight up, then there was like this ring around, and then the light up here, and he was sitting on the ring up here, like hanging on. He was smoking something.
I gotta be honest. Like, I went in my lifetime when I was old enough. I went to Phillies and the Eagles parade.
If you can't
I
smoke
went
it,
to the
eat
Phillies one.
I had more fun at the Phillies one.
Definitely.
Oh, it was.
Which is crazy.
It was like a lot nicer weather and stuff. That
Yeah,
helped
but
too.
like,
Oh, how?
Yeah,
So I mean, we had a game canceled to snow and ice.
That was
and
awesome.
frigid weathers, and then 3 days later after we win, it's like 65 degrees out and beautiful.
Yeah.
It had to be a sign, right? I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys are talking about memorable sports moments.
Oh,
how are you doing?
We were. I mean, are you gonna
Memorable
ruin this? You're gonna
Phillies
ruin this
moments.
story? What are you doing?
I'm never going to ruin anything.
All right, come on.
Eagles against fucking Minnesota Vikings.
I thought we talked about
We already talked about this
Yeah.
with Brett Myers FaceTime me.
I'm just saying that was my.
Okay.
So the day of the parade was the first day my daughter ever heard the fuck word
Yeah.
from Chase.
oh my God, seriously?
God.
Yeah.
Chase.
Yeah, it was like surprisingly it wasn't for me, but like yeah,
Wait, how old was she?
she would have been 4 at that time.
First time you heard it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
So you're
Well, that's
doing-
good.
I loved it.
My
It's
kid's
like-
3 and 6, and they always say it already. So
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
It's not good. It's not
Oh
good.
my God.
she's 2 years too late.
It's not good. It's not good. So the other day he's like,
Hold
this fucking. I'm like,
Fuck
stop. And she's like, well, I
Hold
told
on.
him.
You mean this speech?
Look at that.
You mean this
That's
speech?
awesome.
Stop arguing with me, Dad. The Phillies blow ass.
I've never seen.
Hold on. I got my favorite one. You guys Pepsi fans?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the cheese pet. I'll show you my favorite in a second.
It used to have a rubber band, then it went straight up, but it died. He's getting old.
Wait, who was that? Nick
The
Foles?
Pepsi dude. Just a Pepsi guy.
Dude.
Yeah, it's just a Pepsi can a friend of mine made.
You ever hear the
Wait,
A moist Pepsi can.
yeah, you know the
moist.
stand-up comedian Jim Norton?
Yeah.
So Jim,
What the fuck is that?
He said, "Where is it time for me to go?" Yeah.
so Jim Norton one time had a whole stand-up, and he's like, I dated this girl, and blah blah blah. And
Oh my God.
you
I
remember?
remember
You remember this? Yeah. And he goes, "What's the matter?" She goes, my ex-boyfriend was kind of, he was kind of big, and she's like, well, "What was he like?" I don't know, like a Pepsi can. He's like, "A fucking Pepsi can." And he goes, "Are you ready for some averages and mediocrity, my love?" I'm gonna show Scott my favorite.
Bring her back here, love. I
Oh,
don't care.
boy.
I don't care what your previous man done.
We had the fireball out.
I'm
Was
not
there
even sure.
shots
Yeah.
poured or?
Let me
Yeah,
let me pull my.
Oh wait, there's Fireball.
Yeah, I was like,
Well,
Who got that out? That was you, wasn't it?
because he
That
broke
was
the
you.
fridge.
surprise, surprise.
What I do?
No, that was you.
Yeah, he broke the fridge.
Drank all the Fireball. Oh, wait a minute.
All right, so pick on me.
Oh,
Yeah, I
hold
got
on.
What the? Fuck?
Oh,
I think he's got it too.
Who's that? Harry?
there he is.
Yeah, what up?
I
I got my little. Hold on, I got the little montage here. I don't know if I can see, you can
Everyone
see it.
needs a montage.
I got the.
Rocky had a
I got the lidge.
What's the one on the right? Diving. What is that one?
As
Flying
Harry,
Hawaiian, baby.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
man, I
all.
don't have
I
that
don't remember
one.
that one. No.
as
I
Harry.
got the
I had-
flying. Can
I
you
had
see
that
it?
one. I had that one of
Where's it at?
Ryan. I had that one of Ryan. That's his 58th home run. I got that one. I got Trace. I got.
I like this one too.
I haven't seen that one either.
That's
Philly
the red
Snap-
leader.
What is that?
That's red leader.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
how
I got all my
That's
Star Wars ones. I got a Chewbacca.
Yeah, that's Harry.
Well, he's a
Counts.
giant. He's in San Francisco, but I got Chewbacca.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And then where's the one I got? Hold on, I got a Aaron Nola. He looks like
Yeah. Harry
what does he
Nolan
look like?
has
Harrison
got a
Ford.
problem.
Nola.
Wasn't he like? Oh yeah. I've
He
seen
looks
that.
like Harrison Ford.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got my little Star Wars collection there. You know,
You're a big Star Wars
awesome.
fan, aren't you, Scott?
I am actually.
Yeah.
One of the Phillies guys, TJ Farrell, just sent me the. I guess they just did a Star Wars beanie.
Yeah.
He sent me one.
What Chewbacca is doing right this moment?
Wait, TJ Farrell sent you that?
Yeah,
That was all. So what, the new show just started too on Disney
Yeah,
Plus.
I did. I just like before I watched Obi-Wan this morning.
Oh yeah, like
I
don't
watched
get
the
on
2 episodes
way,
this
but,
morning.
like,
And I won't say anything. It's pretty good. I'd watch it.
yeah,
I grew up a Star Wars and a Star Trek fan. I kind of watched both as a kid. So I was a Shatner, Star Trek, and then Jean-Luc Picard, at the end, and Data, and I watched Star Trek Generation, Next Generation.
Okay.
But Star Wars was the first movie I ever saw in the theater. My dad picked me up from school when I was a little kid and took me to see it after after they had already seen it together to make sure it was safe, I guess.
Yeah, check this out, but don't tell your mom.
Yeah, but I was the first movie I ever saw in the theater, so I grew up a Star Wars fan, pretty big, and I still am. I've seen everything except the cartoons.
same here, same here.
Even watched a little bit of the Clone Wars on TV, but yeah, I watched Obi-Wan this morning, so it's kind of good. I'm looking forward to June 3rd, the next episode.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I'm gonna get into it with my son. But I can't wait to watch it. Can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Boba Fett thing.
I did.
Oh, Mandalorian.
I liked it actually. I thought it was kind of
watched
cool.
Mandalorian, but I didn't watch the Boba Fett.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
the
that
The
was all-
Mandalorian
was
I liked a lot. The
Boba
Mandalorian I
Fett
liked a
is
lot.
really good too.
But do I
Yeah.
like Boba Fett in order to watch?
I'd say no.
No, you can watch it, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're standing.
No, because Obi-Wan starts after Luke and Leia go to their respective homes, like 10 years after.
Oh, okay.
So it's about 10 years after, I think, Return of the Jedi.
No,
Gotcha.
10 years
Or not
after
Return of the Jedi. I mean,
Revenge
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah. So it's about 10 years after that.
Yeah, you guys are way like
nerd.
Yeah, this is out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love it.
I
love
like it. I've seen them all.
And Princess Leia still has her legs open.
Come on, man.
He's not alive anymore, man.
Oh, she's a pig.
Jesus
Christ, dude.
Her legs are so open.
Dude, Scott's like, what the fuck?
Oh
So,
boy.
Scott,
No more fireball for you.
It wasn't Princess
he,
Leia.
he didn't do any yet.
It wasn't Princess Leia whole town.
this is Chris' first time on the show too.
I
So
don't care.
Jesus.
Chris is like, what the hell?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we should all.
No,
play
we warned him. So Chris, this is the first night Chris has met us. So,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Scott. So, by the way, this is a perfect way to segue. Yeah, he's like, what? June 26th, we are doing an event at Nick's Roast Beef in Cotman Ave, on Cotman Ave, with Drunk Phil's fans, Chris and his whole crew and our whole crew. We're doing a broadcast. We're doing a Phillies watch party. The Phillies are playing the Padres that day, but we're also doing 50-50s and door prizes, whatever, and
Okay.
we're raising money for
And who's
most
our
likely
Most
a
likely.
cancer
Yes.
a cancer event. So,
and our special guest?
well, we have two potentially, but I don't want to say, we can't say it yet.
All
It's
right.
not
Yeah,
official.
don't say it. You can't
we
ruin
can't,
it.
we can't. But yeah, so I just want to bring that up real quick. I forget why I want to bring that up.
June 26th. I'll be in Florida.
Oh yeah, actually, he's in
Yeah.
North Carolina. Fuck.
he said he'd be.
No, I'll be in Florida June 26th.
Oh, of course.
I go down June 5th and coach a collegiate summer league baseball team.
Philly's only like a 4-hour flight.
Yeah. Yo, Scott. Yo, go tell them to go piss.
Well, we could come back. We could do this again.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So Scott, yeah, we gotta work it out some way, and we can,
Yeah, that'd be
get
cool.
Scott up here, and
Yeah.
it's all right though. I was literally in Jacksonville like last May.
Okay.
Hey Brett, what's up? Nah, I'm busy. I'm like, don't fucking come down
Nah.
here like ever.
I mean,
Oh, I'm busy. Dude, you should have let me know ahead of time. All right,
Yeah,
sorry.
make it a-
What's he busy doing? Drinking beer?
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
he's writing another,
Kegger.
Another
Sharon
album.
album.
So let's call.
It's gonna be in the top
Let's call.
3,000.
I don't think Scott needs that tonight.
No,
I think Scott needs a headache-free night.
Scott, we'll call. We'll call Brett. What do you think of that?
Oh God, no.
Yeah, we should all play Yo Philly.
Call him.
Actually, Scott, that's actually not a bad idea.
Call him.
Before we let you go, Scott, you want to play a game called Yo Philly with us?
Okay.
This might be tough because he played for the Phillies, but
Yeah, but he's not a Philadelphia sports fan.
that's kind of unfair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's unfair. I think
Yeah.
it's unfair.
What
All right.
is it?
So basically, we go around and we ask each other questions. So I guess I would ask you a question. Mike would. We go around the table and you ask each other one question. If you get it wrong, you got to do a shot.
Yeah. Yo, Scott.
I don't have any more shots.
No.
I think
Next time. We'll do it next time.
All right, we'll do it next time.
Yeah. You,
Yes.
you play this game, shots are a mess.
Next time I'll get a fireball bottle.
All right.
All right.
There you go.
That didn't fall out of the fridge because you broke the rack on the fridge.
He
That-
broke the rack.
Yeah, he
It
broke
goes
the
in
rack.
the freezer.
Gary
Put it in
did.
the freezer.
It's
Yeah.
not fucking broken.
Well, no, the bottle's not broken. The fridge is.
No, it's not.
Your face
Duct
is
tape.
broken in a second.
Duct tape will fix anything.
tape.
I'll fix it.
Scott, what was your interaction with Harry Callis, if any?
Mm.
So actually, it's kind of cool. My first flight, when I got traded to Philly, we were home against the Pirates, I believe it was. Was it Pirates? We were home for somebody for just like 3 days, and then I went on the road. So my first road trip, I'm sitting in the back of the plane where I kind of waited till everybody sat so I could see where I could sit. Because everybody's got their seats. It's August. So I walk back and I sit back there and I turn around and look behind me. I'm like, no, most flights, your media, your coaches, everybody sits up front. I turn around and look behind me and this old dude sitting behind me. And I'm like, oh, who the hell's that? And I'm like, oh shit, that's Harry Callis. So I sat down and I went back to the bathroom about, I don't even remember. We were going to the West Coast, I think. My first trip was to the West Coast and then Chicago. But I went back, took a piss in the bathroom, and as I came out, he stopped me. He goes, "Hey, good job tonight," because I came in and I faced
Hey,
one batter.
good
Hey,
job
good
tonight.
job. You know, I'm like, oh God, I can't even do his voice. That's embarrassing. Sorry, but like he asked me, he moved over to the middle seat and he goes, "Hey, come sit down with me." I'm like, I sat down and I started talking to him, and he was asking me some, background stuff and for the next game pitch because I pitched that night and I ended up getting a win. I faced one batter, I got one out, and I got the win. Vulture, baby, you got to welcome to Philly, first day win, W. So I'm sitting on the plane. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm talking to Harry Callis for like 10, 15 minutes on the plane, and I'm like, hey, he's like, all right, well, I just want to get a little background. I'll get some stuff tomorrow when we get to San Diego. I'm like, okay, that's cool. No problem. Nice to meet you. And I walked away and I remember thinking, man, I know that voice. Because, and I'm thinking I remember getting to California or wherever we were the next day and calling one of my brothers and saying, do you guys know the one named Harry Callis? And my brother goes, yeah, that's the NFL Films dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, he was.
Oh, that's right. I go, well, he's my announcer now. And he goes, I know. I listened to the game, dumbass.
So Scott, back in 2008, he was in the back of the plane. Harry was.
I think that's where he was sitting at that flight. One of those flights.
All interesting. Like in the late to mid 90s, he was. I think the players were like, he's not one of the boys, and they were worried about him talking about non-baseball things on the field. And they asked him to come. I think it said to Larry Shank, like, move him to the front. And, Larry's like, shit, like, Harry's been in the back for years since, 77, 78, 79. And apparently Harry, like, was like, that's all right. The Coors Light's just as cold in the front as it is in the back.
That's awesome.
Well, he was in the back. He was back there that time. I don't know if when we went to the playoffs, I don't think he was in the back like that because we got a bigger plane because some of the wives were with us and things like that. But
Lenny Dykstra told us when he was with the team. I probably shouldn't say that, but he said it, not me.
He said you're good.
Dykstra's like, we used to drop trout and be like, let's go. Like I'm like, wait, what do you mean drop trout? Like, yeah, girls come to the room and we drop trout in front of each other. And he's like, Harry was pretty. I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear that.
No, I don't know if I want to hear that one.
No, but this is Lenny telling us, and I'm
but
like,
then again, it's Lenny. I mean, you have to kind of somewhat.
He also
Lenny basically.
Actually, it's kind of funny. Lenny had a kind of a thing with that because remember Darryl Strawberry?
Yeah, like
he used to talk a lot of guys.
Well, Lenny basically called Harry Callis a cock blocker.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did. Like the girls love Harry's charm. He did say that.
Yeah. I don't know about all that.
I don't want to bore our listeners. I told a story, but yeah, one time, man, I met Harry, and I'll never forget. 2 weeks ago I told the story, but anyway, yeah, elevator door shut. Have a nice day. I went, oh my god, door shut, and then I caught up with him next day and we talked. So I
somebody's shorts are getting moist.
They did.
Mine would have.
I was 14. I did, man. I loved Harry. He was the voice of my team. So
did Harry help you bust a nut?
What?
Whoa!
No.
What the fuck?
What is that?
Line. Over the line. Over the line. Over the line.
That was Gary. That was Mr. Gary over there. That was Gary. Gary's the nearest one to that. Oh, the camera with the fucking beer in the front.
I got a beer, a glass, and the fireball.
Yeah, that one was my fault.
There you go. Thank you.
That's actually, I should probably take that. I needed a glass for my. There you go.
That's funny.
I'm still drinking the beer here, man, from Drunk Phil's fans.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The Drunk Phil's fans beer.
You're drunk.
Yeah,
by the way,
I'm wrecked.
Yeah, you're slurring. I haven't heard you slur.
Is that the sour beer?
Yeah.
I have not heard Ryan slur in a really long time.
Yeah.
So what's the percentage? What's the percentage on that?
5.9.
So like
5.9.
What is it?
Yeah, it's only 5.9.
Okay.
But I had
It's like a sweet tart that fucks you up.
So you drink it too fast. What you're saying?
No,
no, it's not. 5.9 is not that bad. No, it's not the percentage. It's a sweet tart.
No,
It's a sweet tart.
it's 5.9 is not that bad. 5.9 is not that bad. No,
No, it's not. It's not the percentage. It's just it's a sweet tart.
Well, I had
and you
a
drink it,
we had a
and
couple.
then you're like, oh well.
Yeah, you took it in your stinky before you were ready.
Give
Well,
me that.
no,
Give me that beer.
what the
Give me that.
fuck?
Give me that beer in front of you. The one from Yards. No, the one right in front of you. Not that one. The one with the graffiti on it.
All right, take it easy.
That's not it. Either.
Not that one.
You literally
That
had
one.
4 choices and you picked
You picked the fourth one.
the other orange one again.
Fuck you, Mike. How about that?
Hey, you got to hit his last at bat. That's all that counts.
Fuck you.
So this is from Yards Brewing in Philly.
Suck my fucking.
Okay. Haunted. What does it say? Haunted what?
It's haunted beaver. No, it's haunted forever.
Haunted forever. Okay.
Haunted forever. That's Magic Johnson.
Black Indian Pale Ale.
An Indian Pale Ale or Indian.
But here's my favorite.
Oh, India.
That's my favorite part right there.
It's a haunted beaver.
666.
Right.
6.66 ounces.
And then you got the brawler. So Yards has a beer called the Brawler, and they got the Brawler icon. Hold on, fighting the devil.
There it is, fighting the devil. Okay.
Yeah, right. So it's good stuff. That's still cold. Why is that still cold? That's
Where'd you get them?
It's in his glass. I got it at the store. Where else am I gonna get it?
Oh, well, I mean, like
Yards.
I got it at the beer store.
You get it at
Yeah,
Yards.
the beers. I got where I bought pants next door at the pants store. And I went next door and got beer
you
at
go
the
get
beer
your
store.
tight. You
you
get
got
your
a fucking 6-pack.
You go get your tight
Or did you get
pants,
one?
At the 6-pack
my
store,
ears.
the dad bod store.
and then you get your tight
The
pants.
dad bod
go to the
store.
beer
Never
store
mind.
and get your fucking,
I wasn't fucking talking
Beer-
to you.
you get your beer yuppie fucking beer.
Yeah, what he said.
Sean, your skull over there looks like our skull
Right.
here.
We're all beer
it does.
snobs.
It
The
does a
one,
little bit.
you know.
Yeah, we are a little bit beer snobs.
His dad is looking his fucking beer snob fucking 2 centimeter piece of ass.
What?
Talking about.
Gary, what color is the sky in your world right now, yo?
Cooper.
What? That's not even a color.
It's not even-
Or worse.
He didn't say
Pooper.
purple. He said
He
purple.
said poople.
Holy
He
fuck.
said pooper. Pooper.
Oh my god. Dude, I haven't seen.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I haven't seen Gary this bad in a
Yeah, how you
long time.
What color is that? Poople.
Purple. Yeah, that's going to best of.
Suck my
Dude,
dick.
That's the color.
the show might be called
Poople.
Poople.
Poople. Suck my dick.
Poople.
It's like my poople dick.
That's my poople dick.
I mean, I respect you
Holy
guys being
crap.
drunk Bills fans and you
This
feel
is-
at home here,
yeah.
like because you guys
Is this
are
what
doing
you
well here.
expected? Like,
Did you expect
Hey.
this? You expect worse or better?
I
Did
expected,
they win last night, by the way?
They did
they
4-1.
did.
4-1.
Okay.
Nola pitched that gem.
They're
Yeah.
500
Okay, good.
in Atlanta.
You know, I live
Or
3 hours
500
from Atlanta.
everywhere
I can't watch any Braves games, so
Okay.
What
they're all
team you got
blacked
there,
out.
Scott? Like,
bunch of
just- what do you-
bullshit.
That's what it is. The Braves games you get.
I can't watch the Braves. I tried to put on the Cincinnati Reds game. First of all, nobody wants to watch the Reds. They suck. Okay. And
The only
it's
team in
six
the
and-
league, fourth all time to throw a no hitter and lose.
yeah, 6 hours away from me, and the game's blacked out on MLB Network because I might drive to the game for God's sakes.
Oh my god.
wow.
Fuck. The blackout
Driving
restrictions
down
are
your
awful.
freeway.
Why the Reds? By the way.
I have no. It was just on TV, so I was gonna
Oh.
watch. It was on MLB Network, and I was flipping channels, and I'm like, "Wait, why can't I watch this game? It's blacked out. It's 7 hours away from my house."
Do you ever call Comcast and be like, "Didn't know who I am"?
No.
No,
No.
Oh,
He-
no,
yeah.
come on. You never call
No.
them like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
going on here?
no. I want to call. I want to call somebody at MLB Network and say, "Stop showing games on TV. I can't fucking watch."
Yeah.
Yeah. That comes up. He's looking at. He tells his wife, "These motherfuckers. Are you fucking kidding me?" And his wife's like,
You played. What do you care? They're
"Relax."
not as good.
I
as
enjoy.
you.
I like watching some games. You know.
She said they're not as good as
Who's
you.
who's your favorite pitcher right now, Scott?
I can't say.
Do you have a mirror in front of you?
No, he plays for the Devils, the Mets.
Ah,
So I
the-
can't
Oh,
say.
No, I know who he's talking about.
No,
Sure, I love watching Max
Scherzer.
Scherzer. I love watching Scherzer pitch.
Scott,
But I hope he loses every game this year.
yeah,
If
that
he's
dude,
healthy.
attaboy.
that dude can fucking
100%. I agree
he's-
with you. He's.
He's just fun to watch pitch.
Yep.
Like, you know, like I don't.
You know who he reminds me of, Scott? Cliff Lee. Different hand, but fast worker.
Oh, the fast worker like Mark Burley, yeah. But not even that. He's just like, I don't know if anyone's ever realized he's probably never ever yelled at a hitter. He yells at himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cursing himself out for a hitter hitting a bomb off him, and people are like, "Yeah, I don't think he's yelling at me." I don't know. I just enjoy his. I enjoy watching his tenacity and the way he goes about it. It's man. It's here. It is, motherfucker. I don't
That's
care.
why I
Yeah,
thought
like-
Nolan Ryan was like that. You know, like
Oh,
not
I wanted to watch it. Did any of you guys watch the Nolan the Express the other night? They had some kind of
What?
out in the theaters or something, some kind of like Ryan
No, I
Express or
need
some
to,
kind of
'cause
video.
I need to because I loved Nolan Ryan as a kid.
idolized.
I need to watch
So did
that.
Absolutely.
So did
I would actually
I
buy
would-
myself an ugly. No offense, Scott.
No,
Ugliest
Don't worry.
fucking jersey ever. The ugliest Houston Astros jersey ever. I would go out and buy
Oh,
myself.
I
that.
love the
Yeah,
sunrise one.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
one that,
Oh,
but the one with Ryan's name on it and his number, like it's different.
I
Like it
will-
hits different.
I will-
I would totally rock one of them.
Yeah.
Totally.
yeah. I was when I first got drafted. I was with Texas, and in spring training of '93, Tom House.
he was there,
Tom
yeah,
House had a bunch of minor leaguers over to the mini field there in Port Charlotte to watch this guy. He goes, "Hey, I got one of the guys come over. We're going to talk about, why we don't always throw off the mound in between starts. Why sometimes we just throw flat ground work or just do flat ground stuff." And this dude walks over, and we're like, "Oh fuck, that's Nolan Ryan. That's not just some dude. That's Nolan Ryan." He comes over and he starts throwing the ball. And by the way, he's throwing a Pudge Rodriguez.
Wow.
And he's firing balls, and there's about, I want to say maybe 12 to 15 of us minor leaguers just sitting there watching. And I was in single A ball. We're gonna go to Charleston in single A ball that year. I pitched a half a season before that, and he measured out the 60 feet like a string or something, and he stands there and kind of makes looks down the ground and makes a little mark on the ground, and he's going to throw from there. He starts throwing flat ground to the catcher, and the catcher sits down after about 5 or 6 throws, and Tom House is talking to us like, a lot of times in the bullpen we do this and we do that, and then Nolan Ryan starts talking, and everybody went and just stared at him. And I literally, I can still picture myself. I was probably 93. I was 21 years old that year. I turned 21 that year, staring at Nolan Ryan going,
"Oh,"
and just watching him throw ball after ball to a catcher that's sitting like this and probably moved his glove this far or this far or this far or down a little bit. And it was pow, pow, like, holy crap. And he talked about how, not always in between starts did he throw off the mound because of this or that. I could talk for 20 minutes about it. And he probably only made 20, 25 throws to a catcher 60 feet away, but flat ground. And he explained to us why he did it. And it was like, career changing for me, listening to why he did things. So like Nolan Ryan was pretty cool.
Scott, when you're coaching now, do you have more of the old school mentality, or do you have the mentality of like what the players are now?
All the bullshit now?
Yeah.
You kind of have to learn it.
Coddling and,
No, there's a little bit of coddling, but honestly, that's who I was when I was not the player that responded to constructive criticism or hardship. I was the more, if you coddled me and taught me and told me what I was supposed to do or what I did wrong, I responded better because that's how I was raised.
Okay.
Everybody's different. But as far as I coach a college summer league team, and a lot of those kids are big into their the plyo balls, and all this other stuff. I'm not against it. I just try to tell the kids like, listen, do what you do to get yourself ready to pitch, and I'll try to teach you how to pitch. If you want to talk to me about your velo, first of all, I think this is the stupidest fucking word ever.
Spin rate,
It's
velo.
The word is velocity or
Yeah.
miles per hour, not velo. It just sounds stupid. But so when kids come up and go, "What was my velo?" and I look right at them, I go, "I don't give a crap. You threw 17 pitches and 15 of them were strikes. I don't care how hard you threw. You've got outs." I've watched Kirk Reeder back in the day with the Giants throw 85 to 88 and throw 2-hit shutouts. And then I watched.
What about your teammate, Jamie
Jamie
Moyer?
Moyer,
Yeah, I watched. Yeah, exactly. You watch Jamie pitch. I think velocity obviously is. Velocity's gone up and it's going to keep going up or on average. But I don't. not to be disrespectful to any pitcher nowadays. I definitely think they're better athletes. They're stronger, more physical, but I don't think they're better pitchers.
I respect like back then,
Like-
like Bob Tewksbury, John,
Yeah.
people
Like-
like that. Like those,
Tewksbury 1 year got more base hits himself than he had walks.
yeah, and that's
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
do you think he depended on his defense, right,
Mhm.
Scott?
Yes,
And
yes.
that's like with the Phillies now. Like I wonder like how many times these guys are like struggling a little bit because they think they need a strikeout because they're worried about like the
I
defense.
think a lot of guys nowadays want to try and strike everybody because strikeouts are up and batting averages are down. But I'm still not a big fan of the shift and all that. I understand it works sometimes, but how about the times it doesn't work? If I'm a reliever and I'm coming in to face a lefty, I can't even think of a lefty not for a team, but if I'm coming to face Adam Dunn, what happens when he hits a slider off the end of the bat and it's a guaranteed out, but my third baseman is playing way the hell over there?
Well, Scott,
I'd be pissed.
Scott, this is weird. Friday night, I went to the Phillies games. First game of the year I went to, and I'm watching the defense, and there's a right-handed batter up, but the defense. This is the opposite of a shift. The outfield is all shifted way to the right field.
Oh, they're shifted to pull.
No, opposite.
Oh, he's right-handed. Okay.
Yeah, they're expecting him to slap it. I'm like, what? And I'm watching. I'm in a 300 level, and I'm watching. I'm on the first base side. I'm looking. I'm going, this doesn't make any sense. Because if he, I guess they're pitching him outside, and they're hoping he hits it off the end of the bat. Because if he takes one down the line, they're screwed. Because the nearest guy, and he's almost playing center field. What happens? Boop, right down the line. I'm like, I'm like, are you kidding me? It led to 2 runs, blew the game open. The game was over at that point.
Sean's texting us like, Girardi's got to go. What the fuck is he doing?
Yeah,
I do that. Like, I agree with that. Girardi's got to go, but at this point, I just okay.
I don't. Is it Girardi's got to go, or is it let Girardi manage, or is it let Girardi manage and not, put all these shifts on and take this pitcher out after 70 pitches or let him throw all this new stats like, oh, if they bat a third time against you, they're hitting 360.
That's a good point, actually. That's actually a good point. Is it Girardi? Is it the game?
Sometimes, right now, I think it's like people say about Dave Roberts in L.A. They're talking about, oh, he's taking pitchers out too soon. No, he's really not. He's doing what he's told. He's doing what all the numbers say is this guy can't throw more than 70 pitches or you're screwed.
Yeah, analytics are like, it's killing the game. It's killing the game.
Some people think it's helping. Some people say it's killing. I don't know if we'll know for a little while, truly, because
but Scott, this is a game that's been in existence for 150 years.
150 years.
Yeah, right. And now all of a sudden, now all of a sudden we had no, what was there 2 complete games this year? No, the days of Roy Halladay.
Oh, done.
They're done.
I tell my high school kids I had a pitching coach in AAA with the Blue Jays named Rick Langford, and you can look him up. I think
he played for the A's, right?
Oakland, yeah. If you look him up, I believe, unless I'm wrong, I think he threw 22. That's 22 straight complete games.
Oh my God!
And 2 of them, I believe, I could be wrong, and I thought someone once told me 2 of them were 10-inning games, and he threw out 10 innings. He threw like 300 and something innings one year. And he said, yes, I look back at it and I shouldn't have pitched that much. He goes, but there's nothing better.
Yeah.
And that's how I looked at it. I was like, there's nothing better than being able to pitch as a reliever every day humanly possible because you feel more like a part of the team. But there will be I remember when Halladay in Toronto and Chris Carpenter were getting contracts and they were getting huge bonuses for getting to 200 innings. Remember the one year Mark Burley in Toronto tried to get to his 200 innings.
I remember Schilling throwing 300 and 300 strikeouts.
300 and 300 strikeouts, yeah. But Burley one year in Toronto, at the end of his career he came in the second to last day and threw just trying to throw, I think it was 2/3 more of an inning to get to 200 or something like that. He gave up 4 runs.
Yeah.
Just to get to 200 innings for a bonus nowadays is if a pitcher throws 200 innings, it's amazing.
Scott, what do you think about the 3-person kind of rule as a pitcher, like because maybe some of
think
the
it's
time, and I
stupid.
don't know, yeah, like
It's not speeding up the game. That's for damn
at
sure.
all, right?
You know, they talk about they want the game to go faster. Well, first of all, have anybody watched like PGA like events, golf?
Yeah.
They show the golf on one side of the TV and they show the commercials right here.
Yep.
It's not hard. If the pitcher's ready to go or the game's ready to start the game. Show the commercial on the side. They
Right.
still get their advertising rights. You hear the commercial, you just get to see the baseball. That was one way to speed it up, but you know, they talked about, they speed it up. Now they got instant replay. Well, that makes it fucking slower.
Right.
Agree.
Well, I mean,
Agree.
I feel like the guy stepping out every pitch, adjusting their gloves and stuff like that.
God.
Like that's the stuff that I think really slows it down too.
Well, that goes both ways though. Get the ball, get on the mound, throw the pitch. Watch Cliff
Exactly.
Lee, watch Mark Burley back in the day.
Exactly.
You know, watch
Scherzer.
Don't watch your Steve Traxels back in the day. He was called the human rain delay.
Yeah.
You know, like just get the ball, get on the mound, and make your pitch. If you can't figure out what pitch to throw, figure it out. It's not hard.
The dude for the Padres that we watched last week, the dude bouncing.
Oh, Clevenger.
Oh my
Clevenger,
God!
Clevenger.
Oh my God! It was making me irate. I'm like,
When
I
it
can't
takes them 10 seconds just to come set because they.
Yep, doing that.
Oh
Good
my
Lord,
God!
that made me
was
dizzy.
insane. I'm like, I can't watch this. I
That's
literally
not
had.
pitching. That's not. It's deception.
No,
more
it's
than
it's all the deception. Just get the ball and throw it. Get in the box and hit it. You know, it's not that difficult. You've done it your whole life. You're obviously one of the best to ever play the game if you're at that level.
Yeah.
I
Man,
worry
oh
about this
man,
pitch
like-
count thing because, like, you know, Scott,
Pitch
think
count.
about, like, you know, if you came in, you had a guy on second, and now you have a 20, whatever it is, 10-second pitch
Yeah.
count. You can't look back once and then look at the, you know, the
No, you
plate
can't.
and then look back again. Like, you're like under this clock to like you got to throw it, and like
You
I
can't
think,
hold a runner anymore, but no one steals
No.
anyways anymore nowadays.
well,
So
that's true.
it's
Hit and
numbers
run,
says it sucks. Yeah.
sacrifice bunt,
Yeah.
not happening anymore. You know,
Which is crazy to me. I mean,
Are they still? I haven't even known. Are they still doing the extra innings thing this year? Or they
Yeah.
done that?
sure
Yeah.
are.
Well, that's
Yep.
that's dumb.
Yeah, that ends after this.
Yeah, you can
year.
say that. You can say
I
that.
almost said the R word, but I won't do it.
You
No,
can
it's
say
No,
that.
that's it's
stupid.
really fucking stupid. I'll just say
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I come in the game and I give a bloop single and lose the game.
You're gonna
Who
lose
gets
the-
the- I get a loss.
And
Right.
you get the loss.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Why?
You don't even need
Inherited
a blue
runner on
signal.
second who you didn't give up that
Who
runner.
gets the run? Who gets the run for that?
The pitcher?
No, nobody gets the run. It's
Is
an
the guy on
earned
second
run.
unscored.
Oh, that's actually. Well, you
So
know what?
let's say,
I
let's say I'm in Philly or when we're on the road and we come in, we don't score, and I go out and I give a one pitch, broken bat single left field. He scores. Game over.
Yeah, you get
How
the
do I get a
chance.
loss? I didn't give any runs. No one gives a run. It's
You don't even.
no one
you
gets
don't even
no
have
one
to-
gets the earned run for that. That's
You don't
retarded.
even need.
Yeah.
You could do a perfect game and pitch
Yep.
two
Yeah,
fly
does-
ball outs and have
yeah,
the,
does
guy,
it-
the runner advance the third on the fly ball and then touch
Yep.
up. and-
Does it count as an unearned run then? But you get
It's,
the
it's
loss?
I don't think anybody gets the run. You just get a loss,
Yeah,
which is even more dumb.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
Because I
dumb.
think there
you're
were,
getting a
and I
loss
thought there was a
without giving
pitcher
up a
last year, or maybe 2 years ago when they first started, that had like, I want to say he had like 3 or 4 losses in the extra innings.
Yeah,
Now, when you go into arbitration and they say, "Oh well, you're 15 and 21," well, 7 of my losses in 2 years are in extra innings where I gave up. Like that's bull crap. So I think it's stupid, but
Maybe Omar Dahl was ahead of his time
ooh,
when he lost 20 games.
21 straight games.
Scott,
I don't know. I just
do you remember your career record?
no. It was a couple games under 500 though.
Were you? I didn't
I think
remember.
I was
love
a
the
few
fact
games under
that he can't
500.
quote it. I love the fact that he can't quote it.
I love that
Doesn't even
too.
pay attention.
Like
to
if he
nothing,
could,
like,
if he could quote his career record,
I love
Yeah.
that. That's good though. He's thinking.
28. I think I had 28 wins.
hey, you
Hey Google.
only had
27.
28
What
wins in
was
your
Scott
career.
Ayers'
Damn,
career
Scott.
record?
She ain't gonna know. She'd be like,
Yeah,
"Who's
she
Scott?"
She literally said, "Who the fuck is Scott Ayers?"
Fuck corner pubs.
I know I was a few games under 500, mostly because I sucked as a starter.
How many games you start in your career?
4 in 97, when I got called up. Or no, I was 4-4, so I made 11 starts in '97. Excuse me, 11 starts in '97, and then I got like 14 or 15 in '98 before they stuck my butt in the bullpen where I belonged. I was just much happier down there. Everybody wants to be a starting pitcher, and the joke in my household is like, well, if we were a starting pitcher, we'd have this or have that, but blah blah blah. Daddy was a reliever, so suck it.
28 and 30.
28 and 30. Okay, I would have been right if I guessed.
Dude, 28 and 30 is mostly a reliever, and a 4.23 ERA.
Yeah,
but that was hurt because, I mean, that guy.
I had a couple bad years.
You didn't. You had one. You had two. Like really.
Two.
I don't care what you say, Scott. You helped us win the World Series.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
No. So I was gonna say ERA.
Absolutely.
Your ERA in Chicago before you got traded to the Phillies hurt you, and in Chicago in '99.
99 was like a 6. Yeah, 99 was a tough year. 7.
Yeah, 7 something. So besides those two, yeah, dude.
No, I had some good years. I mean, I had some fun years. I had some good teammates. I had some amazing teammates over the years, especially in Philly.
Dude, you had
guys I still talk to. I mean, like, I still chat here and there with Durbin, and it's the Phillies. Honestly, truthfully, the Phillies do some pretty cool stuff with fantasy camp and with the alumni weekend they do, and just getting guys together that were on the same teams. Like, if they're going to retire Bobby Abreu's number, I wasn't going to be there because I didn't play with Bobby. So they get a bunch of his. They just Debbie Nacito does a lot of that. I don't know if you guys know her name, but Debbie does a lot of the alumni people there, and she's awesome.
You were there for the 08 reunion.
08, yeah.
10 year, yeah.
Yeah, we were at that game.
Yeah, we were there. Yeah, we were.
Was this your favorite place to play, Scott? Like,
you can say no, it's fine.
Yeah,
no. You know what? I always said San Francisco was one of my favorite places because I got to spend the most time out there, and I had some amazing, a couple great years with teammates, and we won 100 games one year. But honestly and truthfully, yeah, my year and a half or almost whatever in Philly was the most memorable, obviously because we went to back-to-back World Series, won one, lost one, obviously, but the teammates I had were just incredible. It was truly like a family type atmosphere.
That's awesome.
With Charlie and Doobie and the coaching staff and Dave. I mean, I grew up a Dodger fan, so like I had Davey fucking Lopes. You know how cool that was for me? Like just I actually said to him one day, I'm like, I can't believe you're my coach because I grew up watching you. And he says, yeah, I've heard the story about you and Dusty, and I got Dusty Baker to sign an autograph when I was like 12 or 13 on a Dodgers hat.
Oh wow!
And then I got to play for him, and I, like, holy crap, this is the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Like I had Kenny Landreau. Remember Kenny Landreau?
Yeah.
Kenny Landreau was my hitting coach one year in Syracuse. I don't even realize who he was for like the first week and a half, and then I'm like, wait a minute. Oh shit! I didn't know it was that. He was just. I think he just went by Kenny. Everybody just kept calling him Kenny. And I got sent down from big league camp like the last 3 days of camp or 2 days of camp, so I wasn't really even in minor league camp to know him. And we get to Syracuse, so I'm thinking, I look at him one day, I go, oh shit, that's Kenny Landreau.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I got to be coached by some of my childhood heroes, like guys I grew up watching play the game. So that was some fun stuff.
That's awesome that like we get you on and we get like we're fans of you and we get to hear you kind of like freaking out about.
Oh, I geeked out about meeting like all sorts. I got to meet Oral Hershiser. And I was in San Francisco, and our announcers, Kruko and Kuiper, sent one of the clubhouse kids in. He said, I had ice on my shoulder, ice on my elbow. I threw like one inning. And I had ice on my shoulder and elbow, and I'm in my shorts and my flip-flops and a tank top shirt on or something. And this kid comes in, Brandon comes in and goes, hey, Kruko wants to talk to you outside. I'm like, all right. I go, Kruk, I love Kruk. So I go running out the dugout, and I look across the field, and at home plate areas, I'm like, oh shit, that's Oral Hershiser. I'm like, I got all like, little girl meeting New Kids on the Block or something like that. I went really old school with New Kids on the Block, by the way. But like, I went out there and I'm like, nice to meet you. I stuttered and shit. Like I geeked out on getting to meet some big leaguers that I enjoyed watching. So yeah, it was
so cool, man.
That's a great story though.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty neat. It's funny because Mike, like you said, like you make that point, but dude, we're all human beings, right?
Yeah.
Like and you're just it's the people you grew up and watched and idolized and all that. Dude, like I'm gonna I met Metallica when I was like 16. Metallica's my favorite fucking band of all time, right? And met them.
Scott's got something.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd have to walk all the way upstairs to find it though.
Couple tattoos and all this shit, and actually that's this guy Ryan over here. That's how we actually bonded. He saw me.
It was kind of corny, but
we had the same tattoo, and
really,
yeah, same as that tattoo, different spots.
Okay,
his is on his penis. So we
Sean really liked it.
Yeah, it says "Welcome to Philadelphia."
Yeah. But it said "Welcome to P."
Yeah. Yeah.
So we were down. It was a Garage Inc. tour, and they did a signing and on Spring Garden Street in Philly, and took. I didn't drive yet. I was 16 or 17. I was still in high school, and my buddy drove down. We went down and met him, and dude, I walked up to James Hetfield. And I went, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
How you doing?
Hetfield's like,
got it all over my shirt.
No, but Lars like, do you have like a fucking pen or something I can sign this guitar?
Sign this?
You have like something I can sign this with?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I got a gold pen. So he signed a gold pen. The rest of the band signed in a silver marker, and I got the guitar upstairs. Yeah, dude.
I have a guitar signed by them all upstairs too.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Oh, that's so cool.
Remember Glendon Rush?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Rush was awesome.
Glendon's big friends with he was awesome. Teammate with San Francisco in Chicago. Yeah. He's good friends with like I just drew a blank. Go figure I would, but we're in San Francisco, and a friend of mine worked for the Giants back then, and Frank Munoz, and Frank knew, Frank was like the stage manager for Metallica, and they're big Giants fans.
Yes,
they're always at Giants games, and
Yep.
So we thought, they always get the 4 jersey. Everybody always gives them a jersey with the 4 horse, blah blah. Well, we got them a jersey with 2 different numbers on it. One went like this and one went like this, so it was a 69. So we got them a jersey with 69 on the back.
I don't get it. What does that mean?
Nothing. Doesn't mean anything.
It means a stinky
but
time.
They thought it was pretty funny. And then I said something to Glendon. It's something about he's big friends with Tom Murillo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Murillo is signed something.
Didn't Glendon? Didn't he play
in New York?
Yeah, but didn't he play in a band? Did he play in a band or no? He's just.
I don't think Glendon did. No, he's just friends with Murillo and a couple other bunch other.
Sorry, there was another giant. There was another giant. He used to play guitar. Yay! It's a pitcher, long hair. Shit. It's not
Zito.
No. Barry Zito. That's
right.
Zito.
Yeah.
For Oakland. You're right. Yeah.
Zito. Yeah.
Zito was in a
Oakland,
band. Yeah, you're right.
Oakland and San Francisco. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
but
right.
Glendon was friends with all these guys, and then I'm like, G Unit. I got this guy. They jammed, I guess, one weekend with this guitar, and then they all signed. It says to Scott, or it says Metallica 2006. I think it's 06. And it's got all 4. It's with Robert Trujillo.
Oh yeah.
When he first took over, but it's upstairs, and it's all signed in silver ink by the whole band, and the what's it called? The fret? Is that what I don't know guitar.
Oh, your neck. So that where you play
the neck or whatever.
So it's
all in between. Every other one has skull and crossbones on it.
That's
black and white, and it's got it's so badass.
That's actually that's probably Hammett's guitar, Kirk Hammett's.
Yes, it's Kirk's guitar. He jammed all weekend with it, I guess.
Yeah.
I forget what album they were playing, where they were recording for, but they recorded for like 3 days with his guitar, and then they signed it and gave it to me. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, they're probably playing Death Magnetic album because that's 08.
It might have been actually. It was around 06, 07, 08.
Yeah, no. Death Magnetic came out in 08.
So, it was 06.
So 06 is Death Magnetic, yeah. They were
okay.
Yeah.
It was probably that, but whatever it was, it's been in the case since I got it, and my son wants to keep it. and put it in. I'm like, you can take it whatever you want to, but
Sean
he's,
actually
you know-
went to the 40th anniversary show back in September.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I went out in San Fran. It's the first time ever out there, man.
Oh, it's a cool city. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I want to be out there nowadays, but
Yeah.
crazy Californians.
Yeah, shit's getting nuts. But no, we had a great time out there, man. I met people all over the world, and we had a great time. And got to walk around the stadium. Got to see Barry Bonds' home run plaques all over the place. And
that stadium's awesome.
Actually,
did you try that? Did you go to a game?
I did.
No, it was.
I went for my honeymoon. I went to San Fran for my honeymoon.
Did you go to a game?
I went to a game. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you have garlic fries?
No, I had the.
You missed out.
I had the crab.
Oh, crab roll.
Crab roll, yeah.
Their garlic fries. When you'd walk out of the clubhouse, you had to walk out of the clubhouse and go through 10 feet of walkway, and then go down a bunch of stairs to the locker room. As soon as you walked out of the clubhouse, it was like garlic just punched you right in the mouth.
Yeah.
It was so heavy. That's what I was.
We walked into the team store or whatever, and we got shut down. Dude, it's a great stadium, great spot.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because when you see it on TV, you don't know that there's shit behind the water.
Yeah.
Right? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You walk behind it, and there. Yeah.
I thought it was fucking water and the ocean and sharks.
No,
I didn't know. I didn't know
just
it.
the bay.
Yeah, but it's still cool, man. We had a good time, and
nasty water those people dive in too.
Oh yeah. But dude,
beyond the bay where Barry Bonds would hit them, you could
outside of right field.
Yeah,
I bounced one in that water once and stopped hitting after that.
Was it after
in batting practice? I hit one out and it went over it landed on the concrete, I guess, out there.
Oh yeah, the concourse right.
Two or three bounces and went in the water, so I hit one in the water. I'm good.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I also stopped taking batting practice after that. I was like, no, I can't do any better than I'm good.
That concourse is not that big either. It's not there's a lot of room out there. I mean, I was surprised.
No, I don't even know if I actually hit it out of the stadium technically. I think it hit a seat in right hit a seat in right field, then bounced over, then went in the water. But I'm taking it, so
that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's either that or off a kid's head. One or the other, it's going into the water.
When pitchers took BP, there was nobody there.
I saw when Brett Myers did it, right? Jesus.
Oh, he hit a bomb.
Yeah.
No, Joe Blanton, baby.
Joe Blanton. Joe Blanton.
Yeah. Game 4.
Yep.
I'm coming.
Yeah. We all did.
No, my wife. I gotta go.
Nah, Scott, man, we
Dude, this is awesome.
Yeah, we had a great time tonight, man. We kept you.
Telling you, I have to come to the bar one time. That'd be fun.
Absolutely, dude. If you're coming for alumni weekend or something, dude,
you'll have to get my buddy from the relief room there too.
Yeah, we've had him on.
Yeah, we've had him.
Wait, you had Matt on?
Yeah, Matt's a great dude.
Actually,
awesome. So we talked to Matt. We were going to do. That's the crazy part. Last year, the year before, we were going to do a show at his place, and then shit went crazy. And then his house.
You definitely got to go you got to go see the bathroom. I've been there.
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
And then his fucking house blew up.
Wait, what?
Yeah, half of it, his basement blew up or something. He had to get.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the outside of it. The bathroom's fine, so that's good. But his basement and the side of his wall had to get
me and Matt.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
I went to visit.
He's such a nice dude, man.
Oh yeah,
he was great. He was a great interview too. He was a lot of fun.
We'll get him on for sure. And
I saw him at the Darren Dalton, the golf event we had in October last year.
Oh, okay.
He came to the casino and I actually gave his wife, I can't think of her name right now, the jersey I was wearing.
Oh,
that's awesome.
He might have.
Oh, he's an awesome dude, man.
Yeah, Matt. We had him on maybe once or twice, and I talked to him all the time. And he's a great dude.
Dude, he loves the Phils.
But yeah, he showed me pictures. Hey, you're talking to Scott Air? Take this out. And he shows me a picture.
Oh yeah.
Look at you in the band.
It was his freaking birthday.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We had beers in his house with the guy that, I don't know if you listened to the game 2 nights ago. McCarthy wishing a happy birthday to one of my fantasy camp kids, Dan Farah.
Okay.
It was the 7th inning. I think he said something about it. I don't know why that guy just reminded me, but I got to send a shout out to Dan Farah for his 45th birthday. And Ruben, I guess, was laughing. What's Scotty up to these days? Yeah, shut up.
Aw. Yeah. Fuck you. What are your thoughts on Amaro?
I liked him. I got along with him fine, but I was only there. I wasn't there when he really took over. 09 was his first year. Oh, my iPad's gonna die. Shit.
Yeah, you're right, because Gillick was.
Yep.
Gillick was done after 08?
Gillick was there in OT,
Oh, no,
08, and then
he was
09.
still
I
in
think
09,
I think
right?
he was there. I think Gillick was still helping out in 09, but it was kind of
He
Ruben's
was a
thing.
consultant or something.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, Ruben, don't fucking make that trade. Don't trade Don Brown. We can't give that up.
No, you can't. You can't get rid of him.
You can't get rid of him.
Nope.
For Stanton.
It's 7 years.
For Stanton.
He might bat 210.
Yeah.
Can't get rid of him.
Hey, yo, I mean, Chris, I think all of us can agree here. And Scott, obviously, baseball's the hardest sport to evaluate.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
It is the hardest sport to evaluate.
I mean,
we got a six tool player, blah blah blah.
And that's why they're talking about all these stats nowadays. Like, oh, he's projected this, projected that. Well, you can take your projection and stick them until you do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
yeah, it's crazy. Who would have thought you would have become a World Series champion?
Exactly. Not me. That's damn sure.
This guy liked to drink beers and could throw about 78 miles an hour.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have one. There's one other story. Spring training, the roof.
The roof? I was bored in the bullpen. I wasn't pitching that day, and I looked at Condrey and Durbin. I go, I'll see you guys later. Where are you going? We'll be up there in a little bit. Watch this. I was pointing from the bullpen, and I went up and I went into the office, and Ruben was sitting in the office, like one of the little, upstairs offices, and I go, hey, what are you doing? And he said, no, just wanted the game. And he turned and looked and goes, what are you doing up here? I go, well, I got bored in the bullpen, so I was going to watch the game from a better view. I'll see you in a little bit. So I asked one of the security guys, I'm like, how do I get to the roof? And he goes, well, you have to go in the girls' bathroom. I'm like, oh, shit. I gotta go. What do you mean go in the girls' bathroom? He goes, not really. You got to open the door of the girls' bathroom and walk straight in and go up the ladder that's right there. The girls just to the right. You got to go through another door. I'm like, okay, so I'm not going to get in trouble going in here. He goes, no, you're fine. He goes, wait, where are you going? I go, I'm going to go to the roof and sit and watch the game. So I went up there and I sat down. I was far away from the edge. I wasn't going to hurt myself. I'm not stupid. I'm afraid of heights for that matter. And I sat up there and I was watching the game. I guess I kind of watched about, I don't know, I watched our half inning. I was kind of waving at the guys in the bullpen and they saw me. They waved back. And then the cameras found me. And then, of course, I got in trouble. Someone took some pictures. And I turned around and looked behind me. And there was like 3 security guys sticking their head out the rooftop entrance. Like, you got to come down. I'm like, and I turned and I jokingly said, listen, I gave up a homer yesterday. It's not that bad. I'm not going to jump. I'm fine. They started laughing. They're like, no, you have to come down. So I went down and, of course, I got told I was an idiot. But
so when you were up there, were you in like full Phillies uniform?
I was in full uniform, yeah. I had my pants on. I had my pants on, turf shoes, no cleats. I had turf shoes on because I wasn't pitching that day. But we were playing. I don't remember who we were playing. A team. We had to stay and watch 5 innings of the game. So if you're playing if you're playing the Brewers aren't in Florida, but if you're playing like somebody who might play that season, like we're playing the Reds down from Sarasota back then, we had to stay for 5 innings and watch because most of the starters stay for 5. So you watch the game. It's not bad. It is what it is. Who cares? I watched most of the games anyway. I had nowhere else to go. Obviously because I sat on the roof. But yeah, I got told the next day. I got called into the office. Told not to do that anymore, and I thought, okay, no problem. I won't do that anymore.
But Ruben said,
I should have if I thought about it. But Ruben said it was fine. He didn't care.
You see this right here, Dave? You see this right here from Dave Peterson right here below you?
Dave, for two
seasons with the Phillies. Scott Aaron was 5-1, a 1.62.
That's amazing.
Yeah, hold on, we're gonna stop there.
I didn't know that. 61 games. I didn't know that actually.
That's fucking
61 games, 30 hits.
30 hits, 40.
Oh, I only walked 19 guys. That's good.
To 19K to strike out to walk ratio. in 61 games, dude.
I know 3 of those walks came in 1 inning. That was a bad inning against the Nationals.
Scott, are you available?
No.
Seriously.
I golf too much now.
You golf now?
I started in October with a bunch of guys that I live here in the area I live with.
Where'd you
I'll
live?
be 50. I'll be 50. I'm in Columbus.
Wait, but where did you live before this? Didn't you live in Illinois?
I was in Bradenton, Florida.
Oh, you're in Florida.
That's I was about an hour south of Clearwater.
Yeah, we know.
We've hung out in Bradenton.
Yeah.
Bradenton's a good city.
Yeah. Barnacles, right?
Barnacles.
It's probably not there now, but
I don't know Barnacles.
Yeah, Barnacles is a good bar.
Yeah, I think
I sang Turn the Page in that bar. I got told it was a family bar, not to say the F word ever again. I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah, we got kicked out of a bar.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah. So Wes Chamberlain used to play for Phillies back in '93.
Yep.
He's a big golfer, and I you know what it was? You play for the Cubs, and I was like, oh fuck, Air plays Air. For some reason, I thought you still lived in the Midwest. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Kids went to school at Purdue. Midwest as it gets.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's still East Coast time, aren't you? Indiana? No.
Yeah. No.
No, you're not.
Central.
I think they're central. I think they're an hour behind us.
You're right.
Well, I had one that graduated and one that just finished his junior year.
Nice.
Okay.
He's got one more year at Purdue. And I'm not yelling boiler up, so.
Yeah. Well, we have a family member going to Purdue, so yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I rooted for Michigan my entire life, more so because about the time I started watching college baseball, Jim Abbott was in college.
Yeah.
And they did it. I mean, you remember Twib Notes, This Week in Baseball with Mel Allen?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was a great show.
So I remember watching a Saturday episode of Twib Notes, and they're talking about this kid from Michigan who is, only one hand, and he pitches and he hit 360. And I'm like, what? Yeah. And then I got to play with him in Chicago with the White Sox.
Wow.
The very end of his career, he got called up for like a September call up, and I'll never forget sitting next to him in Detroit, old Tiger Stadium. And I thought he basically was showing me, I'm not joking you, showing me how to polish my shoes, my dress shoes.
With one hand?
He goes, you got to shove the stump up in here, and you got to scrub this and scrub that. And I'm looking at him going, dude,
yeah, but I have a hand.
No, it's not even that. I'm just looking at him going, oh my God, you're sitting next to me. You're talking to me.
Yeah.
Like you're one of the reasons I worked so hard in high school. Like,
cool.
So yeah.
Like,
that's
dude,
awesome.
you threw a perfect game. Like, you literally
yeah. You didn't even play in the minor leagues. You went from high school or college to the big leagues.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah.
He went straight from Michigan to Anaheim. No minor league time.
What is this? We got a cool.
I'm pretty sure of that, anyways.
Dave said, "Thank you, Scott, for being part of one of the best sports memories of my life. When my son, with tears running down his face, looked at me and said, 'We did it.'"
That's awesome,
dude. Like, isn't that what it's about?
Well, yeah, it actually is. That's exactly what it's about, and
that's what it's
I
about.
I always tell people, I'm like, I don't understand the love. I was only there for just 2 months of that season, then the next year. And Phil Sheridan, our clubhouse guy.
Yeah.
Phil looked at me. Phil explained it to me in 2008. I'm like, I don't get it, man. I was, I go to eat somewhere and someone says, oh, you have to, your food's on. I'm like, what? Why? Because you're forever on one of these posters or something like this, or one of these pictures like this. You're forever on one of these in thousands of people's basements.
Yeah, dude.
Across the city. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
You're right above Chris's head. You're on it. You're on that pennant. And I have a picture over here. And there's another picture next to the TV. I don't know if you can see the TV, but you can't see the picture. But next to that TV, there's a picture of you too. So on my in our thing.
I think you have the same one I do.
Yeah, the hand painting.
Mine says 2008 World Series opening ceremony.
Nah, it just says
it's a picture of all of us on the.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome though. And dude, it's the truth.
It is. It's and that's the part that I get excited about, that like I got to be part of something special for a city, and whether I was there for the 2 months of that season and only pitched 20 sometimes or not, nobody gives a crap. I was part of it, and that's all they care about. And that's the coolest part. That's the part that remember John Lieber?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Leaves when I was in Chicago.
He was the first pitcher to. He opened up Cincinnati Park.
Yes, and when I was on the block from Chicago, and he was like, I think he was one of the first few people I actually called. And I said, hey, Philly wants to claim me. I had a no trade to Philly because I didn't want to be anywhere in the Northeast because I was just a small town type of guy. But I was in Chicago, so it didn't make sense. But Philly was one on my no trade list because let's face it, you guys are mean.
Wow.
You can be. You can be. You got to admit.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck you talking about? So, but Lieber said to me that, and it'll forever sit in my mind. Like, go there, pitch with the passion you have, let your emotions out, show the city you give a shit, and they'll love you. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much exactly what I did. And the result was the World Series. But even like I just said, I looked at those stats and like, oh, I remember 3 of those walks. There was a game in 09 where I came in and I walked the first batter and they gave up a homer to Brian Johnson. Walked the next batter and then I gave up a homer to Adam Dunn. And then I walked the next batter. That was 5 batters in a matter of like 7 minutes before Charlie could even get anybody loose.
Oh man!
He came out to take me. He came out, took me out, and I just gave up our 4-run lead. And the game was tied. I'm like, shit. And then Raul Ibanez hit a solo or 2-run homer the end of that inning. I didn't finish it because I was sulking in a corner somewhere.
Man, this guy sucks.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? Charlie put me in the game the next day, and there was no righty between Johnson and Dunn, and I got them both out the next day and got a standing freaking ovation. Yeah. So like the fans, like the day before, booed the shit out of me, and they had every right to. I sucked. It is what it is. But then the next day, I got the biggest standing ovation because I got the same 2 guys that hit bombs the day before off me out.
Yep,
that's awesome.
But like Charlie put me in that situation to succeed. To say, hey, here's the 2 guys. I don't think he knew. Here's the 2 guys that hit bombs off you. Go get them out today. And I did, and and I got such a rousing ovation from the fans that it was like, oh shit. They forget one day and remember you the next. And honestly and truthfully, I don't have a problem with that. And that's why when you ask my favorite, that's probably it. Why?
Nice.
Because they let you know when you do something well, and they let you know very well. But when you do bad, they let you know, and there's nothing wrong with that.
So what was Charlie like after a game? Like
awesome.
Yeah.
He was in his uniform for 2 hours after the game ended. Guys have already eaten, showered.
I love the way it smells. Hey.
Yeah, I think he once said if he got to choose how he went, it'd be in a uniform on the field.
Oh, yeah, man.
Like if you think about it, like I had a high school coach in Florida who's from Maine, and Mike Verrill's his name, and Mike goes, I want to die one time on the field. I want to wave the runner home for the game-winning run and then just die. He said that would be the greatest ever. Yeah. Wave a kid home, win the game. I'm good. So shit like that happens, but
yeah, man. You know what? We gave Charlie a hard time in the beginning, and then like obviously we loved and stuff like that. And
well, I imagine he didn't fit in the greatest in the beginning with his laid back and with his laid back attitude and all that stuff. It probably didn't mix so well.
Scott, we haven't had a coach or a manager in the city that hasn't been clamored to be fired yet.
I mean,
there isn't a single.
You start 16-0 and you lose your first one, you got to fire him. It's downhill after this. He's gone. He's got to go. They lost.
Yep.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's true.
But yeah, but it's Charlie. After we got to know Charlie and became like all of us, and then like we hear him on like like anytime that he's on any radio station or any interview or something, it's must listen. Like you just got to listen to the stories and hear about it. It's like,
hey, check this out. I got a story here.
Oh, 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
He came to fantasy camp a couple years ago and started talking, and I don't even think people cared how long he talked, as long as he just kept talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to go. Like, I got to do fantasy camp.
Yeah.
It's so much. Seriously, you gotta call. You gotta check. Oh yeah, Mickey's the commish.
Yeah, I love Mickey, man. We have an opportunity potentially in about a month maybe we'll get to meet him. I haven't seen him since '94, and I have a story for him that I think he's going to shed a tear. And
Who, Mick? Oh,
yeah,
past my bedtime.
I think so. Yeah, like it's a deep story. And,
Okay.
it meant a lot. And I love.
See, you got to set it up to come to fantasy camp, and you can tell the story.
See, exactly.
There you go.
And then I'm gonna hit a fastball off of him. No, I'm just kidding.
That could be arranged.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that motherfucker still has a cannon. I'm sure. I loved watching him play. He was so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
He was one of the best defensive second basemen I've ever seen.
I think I played with him actually in Toronto in 01.
That probably makes sense.
Pretty sure I played with Mickey in 01 or 02.
Near the end there, yeah.
Yeah, at the end of his career.
Huh.
That's where I was with Plesac before he came to
Plesac.
Philadelphia.
He was awesome.
He was in Toronto with me before he came to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And pitched in his
He was there for a little
1,000th
while.
game.
Yeah, he was there for Toronto in a while.
He kept saying every year for about 10 years, I'm going to retire. This is it. I'm done. 18 years later, he's still pitching. Still throwing 95.
Is he still doing MLB Network?
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
Him and I actually, if you ever watch that show, Mark DeRosa does a great job.
Yeah.
He's on the morning shows that
All-time
MLB
Cubs,
Central.
First, was he? Not a first baseman.
Who, D-Row?
Yeah, what did he play?
Oh, God, he played everywhere. He could play anywhere on the field.
Yeah, I remember him playing for Cubs.
Short, second. He played pretty good outfield. Played some first base, third base. Utility.
Yeah, because Mark Grace was there when he was there.
Yep.
Yeah.
No. D-Row was there with me in Chicago.
Okay. What, you didn't play with Mark
He was in
Grace?
it. He was in it. Huh?
You didn't play
No,
with Mark
I pitched against him in '98. He was in Chicago. I was on the White Sox.
Okay.
When I got there, we had D. Lee, Derek Lee at first, Todd Walker in 06 at second.
Yeah.
Man, who did we have at short? We had we had a bunch of different guys over a couple of years. And then Ramos Ramirez was a third. Soriano signed there. We had Jock Jones in right field for 1 year.
So Ramos Ramirez is the guy you're like, nah, I'm good.
Man, no, you know what? He's such a misunderstood. Like everybody thought, oh, he's just lazy because he looked like it. Nah, that dude worked hard.
He was a good player, man.
Oh
He's a
man,
really
he could
good
rake.
player.
He
Yeah,
could play some third base too.
yeah. He was a great defensive player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like as a kid, like just watching him play. Man, he was one of those. He was one of those premier defensive players.
Yep.
And that's how I knew you, Scott. Like before you came here, man. Like I remember you with the Cubs, and like, I mean, even prior, like before the Giants stuff, and yeah, just when we got you, I was excited. And the fact that you were left-handed, like, Gary earlier before you got really drunk, and then he left. By the way, Gary took an Uber home.
He did leave, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he took an Uber home.
He's our guys and listeners that are on the show call him Gary, call him Houdini.
Yeah,
it's Gary's Houdini act.
Gary he did leave. I didn't even think about that. I was like, wait, he's right there by himself. Nobody's sitting next to him anymore.
Yeah, he just leaves and doesn't say anything.
He's loud as hell, and then all of a sudden it gets quiet. And
I didn't even realize until you said it. Yeah,
which is a good thing. But yeah, he it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
All right, well, I got to run. I'm getting told I got to go to bed soon.
No, absolutely, man. We got to wrap the show up anyway. Shit, it's been over 2 hours.
Yeah,
Scott,
it's all good,
dude. This was awesome, man.
Chris, was this a treat?
Beer out.
This is nice. Thanks for having me on, and Scott, it was cool meeting you here.
I'll talk to you again, I bet.
Yeah, no, I hope so.
Yeah,
we'll
next time. Next time we'll have to do like a combo show, like with Chris and Matt from Relief Room.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah,
we'll
got to get Matt on there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm telling you, you and Matt should come down to fantasy camp together. Then we could do shows at camp every night.
Dude, that'd
be awesome.
There you go.
Oh shit. That's gonna have to happen. Are you gonna be there next year? You're gonna be there next year?
Yeah. I coach with Coast. I think I've been there over 10 years already.
All right, we're gonna have to make this happen.
Yeah, you got to call Michael Roush at ESF.
Okay,
or whoever you call.
All right, Ghostbusters. All right, we'll talk.
You got to call Ghostbusters. Old version, not new version.
Yeah, not the new version. No.
Yeah, no. You need some Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, that's right. Scott, thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, my pleasure, guys.
All right, brother. Take care.
Peace. I'll talk to you later.
All
right. Bye.
He's got fucking air. He's the best. Scott Air is the best. He's the best. All right. So before we wrap the show up, we gotta do While You Were Drunk. All right. So we do it.
we didn't cover a whole lot of sports talk because
No, it's fine,
yeah,
but we do
Scott's
have
on it, yeah.
some stuff we have to cover here. So here we go.
I am not drunk, man. You're trying to make me drunk.
It's time to catch up on some things you may have missed
Do you think a six-pack is acceptable?
while you were drunk.
I'm drunk and I love cats. What more do you need to know?
Ray Liotta passed away yesterday. Ray Liotta, Henry Hill.
Tough one.
I mean, so many like that. Is that the go-to? Is that the go-to? Ray Liotta go-to? Ray Liotta.
Of all
Good
of
Goodfellas.
his, I mean, yeah, obviously, like I think that's the number one. You know, number two to me, like he's in a lot, but I think of him in Field of Dreams as well.
Yeah,
Showless,
like those.
Showless Joe. Yeah. It was Showless Jackson, wasn't he?
Yeah. And his laugh in Goodfellas is probably the quintessential laugh in Hollywood history.
Yeah.
Right. You know when
the meme. Everybody knows.
balls.
Yeah.
It's just been awesome. Yeah. A clown.
What you
clown
mean?
how?
Think I'm fucking funny? Funny
Just
how?
The raspy voice and the like. It was like kind of like almost a smooth but raspy voice that he had throughout like his career. It was iconic. I mean, he's iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Like, remember he played Johnny Depp's dad in Blow? He's fantastic in that movie. Like, there were so many movies he was good at. Like, but it is true. Henry Hill is probably the ultimate go-to. Like, that's where you think of him at. Hannibal.
That's right.
Yes. He ate his own
He
brain.
ate his own brain in Hannibal.
He ate his own brain in Hannibal, which was awesome. But yeah.
Now, don't be rude. What do you call her? White trash? Something like Charisse or
He said,
Charisse, yeah.
white trash, corn-fed pussy. That's now. Don't be rude to our guests. It's fucking
Just
brain
eat your.
Oh, it's good.
This needs a little salt. Well, I do agree that I could have.
Did I ever seen it in the theater? I was like, you're 16, 15 years old. Seeing that.
That's what it was. He said, buddy, this isn't too good. He's like, well, I probably could have added a little bit of salt.
Eating his own fucking brain. A man was arrested. This is pretty fucking wild. So he died of a heart attack. I should say, because he was burying his ex-girlfriend that he killed, and he was found burying his ex-girlfriend in the backyard. So as police have investigated Mr. McKinnon's death, deputies found a body wrapped in trash bags in a freshly dug hole and determined it was his girlfriend, Patricia Ruth Dent, 65 years old. They're both older, obviously. An autopsy on Dent determined she had been strangled, and neighbors told officials they saw McKinnon digging a hole in his yard the day before. An autopsy on McKinnon determined he died of a heart attack. Deputies said it appeared he was nearly done filling the grave when he set the shovel down, walked away, and completely collapsed.
Well, I mean, he's on a time crunch, right? I mean, you can't have a dead body.
So I asked the ultimate question: did he get away with murder?
No.
Why not?
Because he didn't even have the body buried and he died.
Yeah, but he killed her, and it they never found him guilty. No. Okay.
If you're not convicted, I guess you're getting away with it, right?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Is this like a Dateline? Is it coming out? Netflix or?
I have a feeling this should be a movie.
What the fuck happened to Stephen Avery?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We're watching the other one, The Staircase.
Yeah.
Murder.
That should be. Yeah. Absolutely. That's a good point. I don't know. Burying the body.
Wait, it's been 2 hours. Fuck the Mets. We haven't said it once. Fuck
Yeah,
the
fuck the
Mets.
Mets.
We
Fuck
haven't.
the Mets.
The Phillies actually
It's
came back
true.
in this game, and yeah, no,
This could happen right here. It could be a bomb. Bryce Harper.
Top of the ninth. Running
One
on
out.
first.
that's true. It is Harper. We
Oh,
probably
0-2
didn't watch
count.
it.
Let's see what happens.
Right-hander.
Oh,
That's
and he
not
struck
good.
out. No, he struck out. All right. So there's one out left.
Castellanos. Sliders outside.
This is a heavy baseball episode, but I didn't think the heavy baseball episode was going to be mostly like, Scott Air.
Yeah, but he was on for over 2
It
hours.
was great. That he might have set a record on the show for being on the air the longest.
I don't know. Brett Myers.
That's actually true.
Brett Myers, we were like, all right, we got to go. He's like, no, fuck that. We're staying on.
Yeah.
We're like,
Speaking of the Mets, former Met pitcher Matt Harvey. Matt Harvey was suspended 60 games for pushing drugs.
Yeah, Tyler Skaggs. He gave him the
Yep.
Percocet
Yeah.
that eventually killed him. It's terrible.
Yep. Pretty horrible. So I'm actually surprised it's only been 60 games. Like the dude motherfucker died. You were responsible for part of it, and you got 60 games.
yeah.
I mean, Tyler Skaggs took it, right? Or Skaggs took it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was going to get it from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
This is true.
but Matt Harvey's an ex-Met, and he's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit because he's an
actually is a
ex-Met.
piece of well, he was a piece of shit.
Most
even as a not being an ex-Met, Matt Harvey's kind of a piece
Just
of
a
shit.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
Most Mets are. Right? They wear that fucking jersey. Most are. We've had a few that okay.
Can you ever wear blue and orange together?
It's a hard
You
no.
cannot fucking
We've
do
had
it.
this conversation.
You cannot
It's a
fucking do
that combination and dark blue and yellow. Right? Think about dark blue.
So that's like the union now. So like I don't know, like navy and yellow or golds.
They
like,
just clash. Like think about the San Diego Chargers or LA Chargers.
Okay.
That one uniform, not the powder blue and yellow, the other one.
Which sweet one? The powder
Yeah,
blue.
the
And
powder
yellow
blue
is-
is sweet. The dark blue and yellow, I kind of feel the same way about the dark blue and orange. I agree. That is a terrible color combination. I hate it. Hate it.
Kelly Green coming back.
Yeah, next year.
The Birds.
Right? That's what they say. Kelly Green next year.
Yeah.
Never won a championship in it, right?
I actually like them. I like the Midnight Green better.
I do too, actually. I'm with them on that. Yeah, I like the Midnight Green better. I think it's a sleeker look, more modern look. When I see Kelly Greens, look, I love the powder blues too. Yeah, powder blue Phillies. I don't want this being the Phillies everyday uniform.
I actually like it more as kind of like a every once in a while type.
Every Thursday home game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with that. Like, I think
Right.
I think it's good, but I think
The
that,
Phillies
I
haven't
think
changed
it'd be worn
uniforms.
out.
Phillies haven't changed uniforms since 1992.
Wow.
They have some alternates. They wear red. They
Yeah,
wear
yeah,
cream.
yeah.
I like the cream. And the Phillies just lost to the Mets. So fuck them. Yarmer Yager had a crash with a tram car yesterday and almost died. Like
Wow.
Did
he
you say
didn't hear about
tram
this.
car? Do you have like one
tram
of
car.
those like watch the tram car?
watched a
please?
tram car
Are
and
you-
he came 5 miles per hour. No, but it was basically, I guess or where he is, it's basically like a like in San Fran, like a car,
Yeah. Okay.
or-
Oh, the
trolley.
trolley?
yeah, like a trolley almost, and it hit him at high speed apparently, and he basically walked away saying, "I'm lucky to be alive."
He'll be playing hockey tomorrow.
Probably.
Is this Czech Republic or?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, he got lucky. He got lucky to walk
That's
away from
crazy.
that. A Yankees player was released
I
for
heard
s-
about this.
for selling other players' stuff.
He stole the stuff and like went and pawned it off and sold it, like some of it memorabilia, some of it like
Mhm.
just other shit, random shit. Like
Yeah, Jake Sanford, 24 years old, signed with the Yankees after the 2019 amateur draft.
he's got a
Received-
problem.
he-
He's a klepto. I mean, it happens.
I guess he received a signing bonus of $600,000, but he never appeared for the Yankees main team. He was released by the Yankees, because he was found to have been stealing from his minor league teammates. He was selling their stolen goods online and then defrauding the people who bought the stuff online.
Oh yeah, that too.
And
I
never
forgot about that part.
taking their money and never sending it to them. So like, not only going to take your, Aaron Judge's jockstrap or whoever the fuck, like the minor leagues. First of minor leagues, who the fuck was a minor leaguers? Anything. Sanford has since returned to Canada and has signed with the Ottawa Titans in their football league, or Frontier League. I'm sorry, not football.
Now, who would want to sign
Independent
this
league.
guy?
So now he's playing with an independent league.
How does he get a job after that?
Yeah, he's done. He's never playing in the minor leagues. He's never going to get a Major League Baseball career.
Of course not.
You mentioned Canada. You guys watch Letterkenny?
Yes.
He loves.
What about
Letterkenny.
Shorzy?
To be fair.
To be fair.
He might be Shorzy.
Shorzy
who
came out
to the
yesterday.
end.
Did you watch any of it?
No, I didn't. The
Yes,
show came out.
It's coming out.
I knew it was
came
coming
out
out
on Hulu.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
Did you watch
so
any of it?
I watched 2 episodes.
How was it?
today? Fucking awesome.
Did they show him?
Yeah. No, they show him. It's it's him.
They show him as Shorzy.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
that-
still saying the same thing with the high voice, like,
Oh,
"Hey,
that's-
yo, I fucked your mom," and
Oh, that's so weird.
yeah, yeah.
So they actually show him.
Yeah.
See, Letterkenny's up there with
Wow.
Always Sunny in Philly is another show that's on
So-
my list.
Get him
Yeah,
a
so
fucking pupper.
Shorzy is a side character in Letterkenny.
Yeah,
where
I kind of
you
heard-
never see his face. He's a hockey player. He's in a stall. Fuck you! Oh, fuck your mama! But it's the star of Letterkenny doing the voice on the side. So he has his own spinoff. That's so weird. Is he still? He doesn't look the same though.
Yeah, no, he looks exactly the same. Like,
That's
I
weird.
Can't think of the Letterkenny's got but the main guy, like, it's him.
That's weird.
With a tooth blacked out. That's it. It's the same dude, the tough dude.
That's
in Letterkenny. Like,
That's weird.
Yeah,
Jared Kesso.
Yes.
Right. I think I said
Yep,
it right.
yep.
That's weird.
Yep. It's
Okay.
him.
It's good though.
Oh, it's
All right.
it's hilarious.
Do you think it's better than Letterkenny? Because
Uh,
Scherzy's a
it's
good
only-
character.
I
It's only 2 episodes
It's only
in.
2 episodes. It's
But
tough to
Scherzy's a
say.
good character.
Yeah. I mean, you're using some of the same vernacular, like Snipes, and there's
Yeah.
like,
All the
kids
weird
aren't in
shit
there.
they say.
Yeah.
They just blurted out. You're like, what?
Yeah.
A Brooklyn half marathon runner had died last weekend. Ed Kratz's son ran in that same race.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, he came across, and 13 other people were hospitalized. But yeah,
Wow.
but someone died. running
Was it
the,
like really hot or something, or was okay?
Yeah, it was during last weekend, during the heat wave
Oh, right,
that we had
okay.
in early May, which is fucking nuts. And good luck in June, July, and August, and whatever the fuck. We're fucked. This is gonna be a brutal summer.
You think?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get fucked this week, this summer. We had a mild winter, and already in May,
Yeah, but I mean the rest of
reaching
the time it's been,
97 degrees in May.
yeah, but all the rest of the time it's been like under.
Yeah, I think we're fucked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just see.
Josh Donaldson suspended for a game for calling Tim Anderson Jackie.
Well,
Yeah.
now he's on the IL.
Yeah, with COVID, right?
No,
I thought it was COVID.
Shoulder inflammation.
Oh.
Magically.
So thoughts on this, guys? Because
to be honest, I tried to read about it. I'm trying to kind of fully. I heard that who was it, Anderson? That Anderson called himself Jackie Robinson. I don't remember.
Sure did.
I don't know the context of why he called himself Jackie Robinson. No.
Donaldson's not a likable or believable guy. That's the problem
Okay.
to me.
Right.
And,
But what did Anderson? Why did Anderson call himself the Jackie Robinson?
because he's flamboyant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 'cause
Gotcha.
He's, just, flamboyant in the way that I guess he perceived Jackie Robinson was, which I don't think he was like that.
Yeah, I didn't think of-
think
I
he was
never
just a
thought of him.
hard-nosed player, right?
Yeah, I
And,
wouldn't.
a
No, not at
hustler,
all.
and
yeah,
maybe it's like a
So-
try hard.
okay.
But I don't know.
So yeah, I mean, I didn't I know that there's some sort of racial underlying context to what Donaldson said. But
Donaldson was a Brave, is a Yankee. You know, he's a piece of shit. I would have to
I mean, what are you gonna say?
So I don't know enough about.
I thought it was taken out of context. I think it was a little crazy. I think Tim. So they've had a rivalry over the last few years, a friendly rivalry, where and Donaldson has said before that he's called him Jackie several times.
Yeah, but I don't think that Anderson's ever liked it.
Yeah.
Based off of what I heard about it, like Anderson's kind of.
But I
think,
think,
at what point can you can't call this guy Jackie? You can't call this guy John. Like, what the fuck is going on in the world?
Right, it's a little crazy.
Yeah, again, I wish I could say more about it. I just don't fully understand the context of it to form an opinion of who's right or wrong in this one.
Right. And I want to end this show with this. I wanted to do this actually earlier, but we got to play this back. This is Steve Kerr talking about the shooting in Texas, and we're gonna end the show with this. All right. So if you didn't see the interview.
Basketball. Nothing's happened with our team in the last 6 hours. We're going to start the same way tonight. Any basketball questions don't matter. Since we left shoot around, 14 children were killed 400 miles from here, and a teacher. And in the last 10 days, we've had elderly Black people killed in a supermarket in Buffalo. We've had Asian churchgoers killed in Southern California. And now we have children murdered at school. When are we going to do something? I'm tired. I'm so tired of getting up here and offering condolences to the devastated families that are out there. I'm so tired of I'm sorry. I'm tired of the moments of silence. Enough. There's 50 senators right now who refuse to vote on H.R. 8, which is a background check rule that the House passed a couple of years ago. It's been sitting there for 2 years. And there's a reason they won't vote on it, to hold on to power. So I ask you, Mitch McConnell, I ask all of you senators who refuse to do anything about the violence and school shootings and supermarket shootings, I ask you, are you going to put your own desire for power ahead of the lives of our children and our elderly and our churchgoers? Because that's what it looks like. It's what we do every week. So I'm fed up. I've had enough. We're going to play the game tonight, but I want every person here, every person listening to this to think about your own child or grandchild or mother or father or sister, brother. How would you feel if this happened to you today? We can't get numb to this. We can't sit here and just read about it and go, well, let's have a moment of silence. Yeah, go Dubs, Come on, Mavs, let's go. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go play a basketball game. And 50 senators in Washington are going to hold us hostage. Do you realize that 90% of Americans, regardless of political party, want background check, universal background check? 90% of us, we are being held hostage by 50 senators in Washington who refuse to even put it to a vote, despite what we, the American people, want. They won't vote on it because they want to hold on to their own power. It's pathetic. I've had enough.
And then he walks away. Yeah. So
it's a lot to take in, but I don't know. I notice, I know this is kind of political and it's a little deep, but I agree. I mean, either side of the fence that you're on, gun rights or not gun rights of, the NRA or the Second Amendment right. Background check should be, but I think it's proven that background check should be a little bit more rigorous. That they definitely need to have more to them, and they really need to vet things a little bit more. We got to do more. Mm-hmm. I agree.
Things aren't going well in this country with mass shootings. We've had 3 in the last couple weeks. We've had way too many in the last few years. There's obviously a problem that's here with that crime, with that tragedy, more so than, I mean, I gotta look at the stats. I'm assuming more than any other country in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that.
I don't know if it's true or not, but
I don't know.
It seems that way. It seems like we're always put on this pedestal for our rights and this and that, and then we're the ones who have more mass shootings than any other country. So, that's all I'm going to say. I agree with Steve Kerr, and Steve Kerr has always been outspoken about this. Popovich has always been outspoken about this kind of thing. And they're always perceived as, and I don't admit this political. They're always perceived as fucking liberals because they see things the other way. I don't see how they're wrong about this, and to me, something needs to get done. So that's all I'm going to say.
Okay,
but that's all.
Seems that it's a shame we're ending, a good show on a little bit of a somber note.
But we had to. We had to bring it up because it's a goddamn shame that this happened to these kids.
It happened. I mean, we like to have a good time, but we want to at least kind of acknowledge what's going on in the world.
Yep, absolutely. So.
Yeah. All right.
But Chris, before we head out, man, before we call the show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you ever finished your fucking story. I mean, it's,
I think he did he?
No, I mean, I think it's a little late for it now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
You never get to finish it?
No.
No, I was gonna say,
that's definitely frustrating. It definitely was like 2 hours of like, shit, when the fuck am I gonna talk? Like, when the fuck am I gonna talk? So I'm like, I get it, but that was a little rough. It was tough because like I expected to chat a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And I love Scott being on there.
Yeah.
So awesome. But shit, I got to get my stuff across too. This was like frustrating.
Yeah.
I felt like I had my thumb up my ass for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Sorry, man. Yeah, I mean, I guess I know Sean was hoping to surprise you with having Scott on.
Yeah, no, and that was
really
awesome.
Cool.
But like, it's tough, and maybe I should just be more outspoken. But man, that was tough to. When there's like 5 guys, it's like it's tough,
right?
And I'm not used to it. Like you guys do this, so like you kind of know, like you can pull it closer and like talk like this, and it's louder. But like I'm not like that. So
it's you know what it is. I mean, like, and me, to be honest, I mean, I know we're going off tangent, but me sitting in your spot in the middle seat, it's I'm in your position a lot of times. I get it. I do.
Well, I mean, isn't that you guys' job to be like, hey, maybe that's not the best spot for him to be in? Then, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you were sitting here, I mean, I guess I could have sat
but
there.
I felt like you were out of it for a little bit too.
Well, yeah, and I'm used to it. Like, this is the way this is what the show is. I mean, it is what it is. It's fun. It's great. It's a little bit of a release. A lot of times I'm sitting back. A lot of the times I'm watching the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Just kind of letting the show go off the rails, trying to bring it back in a little bit. Like it's not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's at times it gets a little ADD-ish.
Yeah.
A little off the rails. But and it didn't help. We had Scott on and Scott was telling his story.
Yeah.
And going on. So but yeah, man, we are looking forward to having you on. Or having you on. Jesus. Doing the show with you.
Yeah.
Doing the show with you in June. And being able to do really hopefully raise some awareness to a cancer,
something that's important to you and I.
Yeah,
all of
absolutely.
us. Right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Something that's important.
Absolutely. Yep. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a good time, and we're gonna have a good time that day, raising money, giving out some stuff, door prizes. Dude, we got some guy gifts in a way. Nothing that's it's not valuable, but like you walk away with something. It's been kind of cool to walk away with something. It's door prize for walking in the door.
That's
right. Come in the door, you're gonna win something. Why did I get this? Because you came in the door and you came out to support us, right?
Yeah.
You came out to support us, CPS, Drunk Phil's fans, and the cancer research that we're deciding to that we're gonna donate to. So it's gonna be a lot of cool stuff. So it's gonna be a good time, and we're gonna do a baseball watch party. Phillies play the Padres at 4:00 on June 26th at Nick's Roast Beef in Cottman Ave. So Chris, if I may, I don't know what happened to Ryan.
I don't know what happened to him either.
Well, his phone's still there, so
He probably just crashed, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe. So if you don't mind,
yeah.
So if you don't, you want to continue and tell people how the Drunk Phil's fans concluded to be what it is now and where they can find you.
So you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at drunkphilsfans.com. We're also selling our own shirts on phillysportsshirts.com. We've partnered with a travel company, so phillysportstrips.com. I'm actually going to Citi Field tomorrow with them, and I went to Clearwater with them.
Nice.
So I'm excited about, tomorrow. Hopefully it's a win.
Yeah.
And then we're kind of like doing our own stickers, magnets, and we have them up on the page, and you can just kind of like talk to us and send a DM, whether it's to Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook about those.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, and if you can see Chris' shirt, face the camera. Look at that shirt. It's a good item. It's a good item right there.
Yeah.
So a lot of them. I see a lot of people wearing those shirts around the stadium. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, that's good stuff right there. So, and his beer glass right there has got the label on it. So we're here. So yeah, check out Drunk Phil's fans on Twitter and on Facebook and on Instagram. Check them out. And again, we're gonna be promoting the shit out of them and the shit out of our show on June 26th. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
And the Jam the Batter Sweet Tart is.
I like that. I had a good time. That was a good beer.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not I'm not bullshitting. I don't like sours typically.
Yeah, it's not for everyone.
And again, I'm not going to say that it's like my favorite beer. It's not going to be my go-to, but I finished it, and I would have it like if somebody handed it to me, I'd be like, yeah, all right, I can have one of these. Yeah, I mean, it's it's got just enough. It's got good enough of a blend of the tart to kind of like off center the sour and the fruitiness to make it like drinkable for somebody that doesn't even like sours.
Yeah.
That's it was good. A lot of fruit incorporated in it. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
And they're out of Hershey.
Guys.
Yeah. Again, that's Rotunda Brewing. That's Rotunda Brewing out of Hershey, PA. It's called Jam the Batter. It's a sweet tart. So check it out. If you see it, Chris, where can they find that? Because it's canned at certain places right now.
So it's sold out.
Oh,
this is it.
shoot.
Yeah, we
sold out.
We made 65 cases and it's gone.
Wow.
Whoa.
So this is it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So you're gonna make more? You hope so?
I mean, yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I hope so.
I mean, if 65 cases sold out, you would think that they'd want to
Be
make
interested,
more.
right?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Nice.
Nick's will have them.
Nick's will have it on tap.
Nick's will have it on tap on the 26th of
So
June.
they have a
Nice.
keg.
When we're there.
That's awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, we will see you. We will not see you next week. We're taking next week off. We will see you the following week on June 10th. Corner Pub Sports, Drunk Phil's fans. We will see you guys later. Take care.
Penis out.